Hello and welcome everybody to session 22 of Descent into Avernus. Does anybody want to do the recap for last week's happenings? Okay.
Sure.
Oh,
Let's see.
Kenny, I could do it.
No, 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 no. I'll go fast. Um, let's see. We fought where? Oh, okay. So yeah, we were going into the ossuary and fought a Mesoloth and some Dretches and some kind of fiendish scorpion, which poisoned Edmond. But he got better. It's fine. Eldrin was able to harvest some venom from that scorpion. We started exploring the ossuary more, found a meditation room of some kind. There was a tiny invisible fiend following the party, but when we discovered it, it ran away. Um, there was a room with a bunch of dead flaming fist soldiers and dead demons. Um, and there was some water, which four fiendish minotaurs emerged from that shallow pool and began attacking the party. After the party killed those, they found a man who fit the description of older Ravengard, wearing a golden helmet, speaking gibberish to himself in both Abyssal and Celestial. Um, I have written here, I don't know who did the knowledge check, but I think we determined that it was called the Helm of Tormsight, and found a couple of pieces of treasure and scrolls and stuff like that. We headed back to the High Hall to see if Faria there could perform an exorcism, and she was able to. We actually took older Ravengard to an altar of Torm, and as part of the ritual, we needed a powerful symbol of self-sacrifice, which luckily Derek remembered that Edmond still had the blank piece of paper from Duncan, his first squire's contract with Pipkit. So we used that and some holy water, and Edmund was able to rip the helmet free from Older as Faria was doing the exorcism. But then he got a very weird urge to put it on himself and put the helmet on. That's where we ended.
Yes, thank you. Please gain inspiration as we start. Everyone is kind of distracted by a bright flash of light from when the helmet is removed from older Ravengard's head. Um, and upon kind of regaining their vision and senses, it's been a while since you've seen really bright light. It's kind of like walking outside immediately from a movie theater kind of situation where you're like, you kind of regain your senses, and older Ravengard is unconscious on the ground. Um, Passively, he seems to be breathing, but he's twitching a little bit. Definitely not all there. Um, and you see Edmond with the golden helmet on his head. Um, Edmund starts kind of narrating things. Only those who speak Celestial will understand this. And I'm going to kind of describe the things that Edmund is seeing, and he's kind of narrating these things himself out loud.
In Celestial.
Yes, in Celestial. And it's in a different voice, too. It's not Edmund's voice. So, Edmund, you're seeing these visions vividly in your head, though. This is something you're actually visually seeing.
Okay.
You see a woman, a bloodied woman in armor, wearing the colors and crest of El Terrell. She's grasping a very large longsword, a very well polished, very well designed. Um, you would say it has a celestial nature. And you see that this woman is heavily wounded, and blood is kind of gushing from her cheek. you suddenly your vision kind of shifts to the left, and you see a small golden elephant with rapidly fluttering wings. You would immediately recognize this is Lulu, and it's being described to the party as it's pretty obvious, even though you can't see it, that this is. It sounds like Lulu. Lulu's eyes kind of grow wide. For everyone on the outside, kind of watching. Next, your vision shifts again, and it's to the front of this woman, and there's this huge demon. You presume it's a demon. It certainly looks demonic. Possibly like a cockroach, but it's huge. But suddenly you see this woman plunging the sword into the ground, and the elephant makes a loud trumpeting sound from its trunk, and the demon flies backwards as from the ground a huge alabaster palace rises up around the sword, out of, like, literally just emerging from the ground. The vision focuses on the palace for a second, and then kind of focuses up and left, and you see Lulu flying away in the sky in the distance, looking down. It's just kind of like flying backwards as this the palace is suddenly covered by a disgusting bloody scab from the ground, almost as though like Avernus was trying to heal itself. Like, looking around, you could tell that this is obviously Avernus. It is very similar features to what you've seen from the bridge in El Terrell, and kind of looking out into the distance. Then it kind of it goes black for a second, and you feel as though you've kind of moved forward in time a little bit, and you see the winged elephant kind of flying around in not as confident or quick a way as it was before. It's kind of like drunk flying, you would call it. Almost delirious. And it comes across two bird-like people. You would actually recognize the race, and it would be described in a way. They look like the people that you met. Not the exact same, but same race. They look like Kenku, the people that you met in the bird-like people that you met in the Low Lantern Tavern. And they were equipped with strange patchwork armor, standing next to what Edmond would describe as a large chariot of some sort. Huge wheels with magical arcs of energy coming off of it, the size of a house. And they were equipped with odd weapons and tools. Suddenly, you see, everyone else sees Edmund kind of rip the helmet from his head, and he gasps for air. And Edmund, you're kind of back to where you were, and you find yourself kind of holding the helmet in front of you. What do you do or say?
I just stare at it for a second. I'm like, did anybody else see that?
But, I mean, you were describing some very vivid things. I would have tried my best, because I don't think the other two party members know Celestial. So as Edmund saying it, I would have tried to, like, as quickly as possible, like, holy cow, Edmund saying this, I have no idea what he means.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
And Lulu could help with that as well, because she could speak telepathically, kind of help you out for parts that you might get a little off.
Later. Yeah.
And Lulu looks a little excited. She kind of starts, like, you know when someone has like a eureka moment? Like, she has like an expression of she suddenly just realized something. She kind of says out loud, she says, I remember some things. I I remember some things that happened from that story. Um, that was a Hell Rider. That was the Hell Rider Yale. Um,
Wait,
eh,
Kinko?
no, the person that thrusted the sword into the ground. She plunged it into a rock. It was Zariel's most loyal Hell Rider, and I called upon every ounce of goodness in my heart to raise a shield around it. The sword is very important. I think that the sword it would be it's probably how we could free El Terrell from these chains. It's powerful. The demon that we were fighting, it wanted to destroy the sword. I don't remember much about the demon, but I think it hated the sword as much as it hated Zariel. And she kind of sits there thinking a little more. Um, and she says, I the bird people, I remember them too. I don't remember a lot about them, but I think they helped me. Um they were at like a fortress? She says kind of in a questioning way. I, I don't remember everything. I know there's more to it, but maybe if we found them, we could find our way to the sword. Maybe if I kind of follow back, I'll remember more.
Um, Edmund would put the helm in his bag of holding and take out the map of Avernus that, uh, what was her name? Damn it.
Oh my god, I literally just had it.
Yeah, me too. And then I lost it. I was thinking about what to say, and then I went to say it, and then I forgot her name.
So something?
From Candlekeep.
Silvira.
Silvira.
Silvira,
Yeah.
there we go. That's
Dude,
Silvira loaned to him.
That would have bugged the shit out
To
of me.
see if there's anything that may look like a fortress on there that may jog Lulu's memory, possibly.
I mean, Eldrin would ask Edmund if he, why did he put the crown on, the helmet?
I don't know. I don't even remember putting it on. Would that be accurate?
Yeah, you the last thing you
I
were there
assume so.
trying to remember. You remember trying to remove it from older Ravenguard's head. And that's the last thing you remember. There was like a bright white flash, and then you were holding it in front of you, and older Ravenguard's on the ground. You remember the visions, obviously.
Right.
By the way, something interesting happens when you pull the map out of the bag.
Oh god.
You all hear something, and it says, "You are above the river Styx." It sounds like it's in kind of a bookish voice.
Is it in common?
Yes.
Is a source from the map?
Yeah, it seems to be emanating from the map.
That's cool.
Interesting.
The map?
Did the map itself physically had indicated that prior? Like, if we were to see what looks like a river, did it have a name? Because for the most part, it was pretty blank.
Yeah, so let me refresh you all on what the map looked like. And it wasn't labeled or anything. It was just a lot of pictures. So let me pull it up on the screen. Do you all see it?
Yep.
Yeah, come in focus.
Yeah. So, there's no written text on the map, but you do see a pretty long river. The information is unspecific enough to where that's not very helpful at all, because there's a lot of river and a lot of map. But Lulu takes a look at the map based on your request, Edmond.
Mm-hmm.
and she kind of looks around, and she says, I think... Yeah, I remember seeing a mountain range that looked like a closed fist. And she says, I think this is probably where it was. And she'll point to a place on the map over here. And I'll remind the party that you were warned by Silvira not to take too much heed of the map, as it was written by somebody that was insane.
Right.
But I will say that Lulu does seem to recognize that as a formation that she would have seen. And based on where the river, like, based on this map, again, directions are a bit wonky in another plane like this, but you saw the river effectively running, quote-unquote, north to south. So you feel as though you would probably, to kind of find this place, you'd have to be on the west side of the river somehow.
Interesting.
Okay.
So I guess it's worth a shot to point to that spot on the map and say, how far away is this?
Nothing happens.
Yeah, it was worth a shot.
The map didn't put a marker or anything where we are?
No.
So, Lulu, just to make sure I understand, when you say it, do you mean this is where you saw the chariot, or you think the sword?
I think this is where the bird people are. And I think if we go to them, we might learn more. I don't think that this is where the sword is, though.
The bird people, are those the demons?
They weren't demons. They're...
No, Kinku.
Yeah, that. And I
Okay.
think they helped me. I don't even remember how I got back to where I was. It's all a little foggy for me, but Lulu looks like genuinely excited to be remembering some things. I remembered Yale's name. And the sword. The sword is important. I'm very certain the sword is important to helping the people of El Terrell. It's powerful. That's Zariel's sword.
If it's
And-
Zariel's sword, why was Yale wielding it?
And Lulu, when you ask that question, Lulu kind of opens her mouth to speak, and then closes it. Says, I don't remember. But that is a really good question. You would remember as well, Edmond, that there's probably some credence to that, as the sword was bigger than a normal longsword.
Yeah.
And you would know, at least someone in the party would know that from the research you guys did prior to coming down here, angels are bigger than normal people. They're effectively large. So they would
really?
they would wield bigger weapons.
I actually didn't know that.
Now you know.
And I know it's a little tough for you to remember, but you're pretty confident those bird people were definitely trying to help you? At least?
I think so. If they meant me harm, I'm sure I wouldn't be here alive today.
Maybe that's why you don't have
That could be true.
This place is dangerous, I think. I don't think most people would mean well. But that's good. Maybe we have more allies down here than we think. Maybe everything's not trying to kill us. She looks a little apprehensive as she says it, almost unconvinced herself.
Edmond looks skeptic, but he doesn't want to rain on Lulu's parade.
She's trying to be optimistic and happy, but you can tell that she doesn't 100% completely believe that.
Good
Edmund-
joke.
I hate one in Baldur's Gate.
I've never been there.
Don't go. It's much like this place.
Yeah, Traxor told me that place was really full of unsavory types.
It
Very
is.
crowded and small.
Yeah, it's a really tiny city. Also,
No, stop.
like most of us are from Waterdeep, and it dwarfs.
I'm tempted to find a scale map of Waterdeep. Like,
Literally dwarfs it, doesn't it?
yikes.
Oh no.
No,
uh,
There's actually literally dwarves we ran into, and they weren't dwarves. I mean,
not okay.
I assume it's very attending to older.
Yeah, Fairy's on the ground, and she says, I don't really know what's come over him. She's actually tried to magically heal him as well. You would recognize this as a Cure Light Wounds spell. He seems unresponsive.
Like he's not being healed.
He doesn't look hurt physically.
Got it.
It's possibly an affliction of the mind. Faria would kind of speak up a little bit and say, somehow I think that there was a struggle between some sort of powerful fiend and some powerful celestial being going on. And the ritual was able to free him. What you experienced is, I believe, the normal function of the relic. It's said that it's supposed to give visions from Torm himself when there's a need.
Seems pretty useful. That explains why I saw those things, but that doesn't explain where if there was something else in the helm or in odor. Is it gone now? And if it's gone, where is it?
I could certainly... It's within my specialty to make sure that somebody is not possessed. So I will be looking at that right away. But I feel like my ritual was successful based on the fact that you were able to remove the helmet. I don't know what caused this to happen. Do you have any more information about what state you found this man in?
He was. Was it just complete gibberish, or was he arguing with himself? I don't remember.
It sounded like an argument. Like, yeah, gibberish, random half words.
Yeah, you couldn't make out what the sentences were in terms of the gibberish thing, but you could at least get the context that it seemed like someone in Abyssal was arguing with somebody in Celestial.
Yes.
Okay, I would let Faria know that it seemed like he was having an argument with himself, but two separate entities speaking two different languages.
You say Abyssal?
Yeah, Abyssal and Celestial.
Okay. So,
which I
demons.
Speak Abyssal, I would have recognized it.
Demons, then, not fiends. That's very interesting. I don't know. There's definitely lots of demons that could possess people. I will research this. I certainly don't have an answer now.
But as long as the helmet can be removed, then the person's no longer possessed?
I suspect that whatever was possessing the man or the helmet, whatever connection there was to some sort of demon has been severed. Again, I will do the appropriate test to make sure that he is not possessed. But I think it is no longer a concern. I'm more concerned about the immediate mental state of this man. Who knows how long he's been like that? I guess, well, it would only have been a couple of days, so...
Do you need to test me?
I believe that what you experienced was a vision from Torm himself. I don't think you're possessed, but
It's kind of like he's like, okay.
you certainly were while you were wearing the helmet.
Okay.
Besides, all you were talking about is that melodic sing song. Celestial.
I thought it was beautiful, says Feria.
I couldn't make it out.
Oh. Lulu agrees with the beautiful soundingness. When you say sing-song, I immediately think Irish, by the way. And now I'm only imagining Celestials talking like leprechauns at this point. Thanks for ruining it for me.
Better yet, Gaelic.
Yeah.
Try looking at that. That's
Ooh, that actually
really
worked.
interesting.
Yeah. You hear the up and down fluctuations a lot in that stuff. Very, very sing-songy. Alright, so, what do you guys want to do? Welcome to Sandbox, boys. This is the part where you guys get to spend 3 hours figuring out what you guys want to do. Good luck, AFK.
3 hours?
God,
Okay,
please.
we're not taking. I'm going to go ahead and take a short rest in that 3 hours, obviously, and go ahead and spend some hit die.
Okay, you guys want to collectively take a short rest?
Yeah, I think return back underground to the catacombs and then talk it out there at least.
Yeah.
Just talk about taking a short rest. That's probably a good idea.
No, that is only if we're not going to take a long rest.
Well, I guess it'll depend on what our plans are.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, at least a short rest would be good, but I don't know.
I personally don't know if we have even any remote idea. So what I'm trying to say is I think long.
That's what I was thinking, because I don't know if we know how to get to where we think we need to go right now.
That's true. We may be able to find out more if Older wakes up.
And that'll also let me prepare for that particulars and see if I can help out with that.
Are we able to try to make contact with our otter friend?
You could certainly try.
I don't think I can do that anymore today.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, that you mention it, the last time I tried to make contact with him, he didn't ever respond, and I know someone was listening, but no one said anything.
You mean someone was effectively listening on his side?
Mm-hmm.
So to emphasize on Tamila, someone other than the intended recipient.
Okay. I was going to say.
I know it was other than the intended recipient. That's all I was like.
Yeah, you know this. Like, you know how the spell normally works, and you just got an eerie feeling that
Somebody was eavesdropping.
yeah, you know how you're having a conversation, you kind of like look over, like you got that feeling hard that like someone was like right next to you, like listening to the words as you said them.
Okay.
Not the
Do we
normal
know-
effect of the spell.
Do we know what kind of magic that could cause somebody to be able to eavesdrop in that on your message spell? Or sending spell?
I do not.
Someone could certainly give me an Arcana check.
Let's put our brains together on this one.
Pray for the guidance to figure out what could possibly do that for you.
Click.
Okay. 25, I guess, because someone's assisting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can't actually think of a specific spell offhand that might do that. But the thing that you're kind of thinking about it a lot. You know, you've read a lot of books to try to determine your sources of magic, Derek. And you know, you've kind of dabbled a little bit into the planes, right? Maybe your powers came from an extra plane.
Sure.
You would know that very commonly planes are kind of a manifestation of a strong power. Um, and there's generally a ruler of that plane. And they have a lot of reign and control over the space that is their effective dominion. And you would think it wouldn't be outside the realm of possibility for someone who is in control of the plane to perhaps intercept inward or outward magic coming and going from their plane. If they were perhaps paying attention or listening for something specific, they would have a general large and broad awareness of their dominion.
Yeah, I don't know any specific magics, but perhaps the controller of just here, kind of is easily described, saying like this area is a part of them. It's a part, they're a part of that. That kind of idea, an extension of their own senses. So perhaps that's what's happening.
Does Avernus have such a power?
I
think so.
Antamila,
religion.
give me a knowledge religion.
Yeah, because I mean I know, but like,
yeah.
it seems like this would be kind of baseline knowledge. There are, yada yada yadas and each yada yada yada. All right, knowledge religion.
Okay, so from what you know that each of the 9 hells is governed and ruled by a different archdevil. From the last text that you read, Avernus is governed by an archdevil that goes by the name of Bel.
Cool. So, putting 2 to 2 together. Right. Do you think it'd be? Yeah, is it that one or is it
BEL.
We that's not good. So like she's sort of this sort of rolling through her head how bad that could possibly be. All right. So like there's a fate so okay, each level of the 9 hells is ruled over by one higher fiend. Oh god. If we've been eavesdropped by uh the ruler of this one, they might know oh, what did I say in that message? Oh god. Right. So we might have company. Maybe, possibly, or someone at least on the lookout for us. More so than already what we're looking for, Traxagor. Right.
What do we say?
I mean, I might have said his name, and I mean, I used an abbreviation of mine.
The second time, yeah.
Yes. But if he was listening the whole time, ooh.
I mean, would Antamila know if it was being listened the whole for both messages?
You
or just
didn't
one?
get the feeling the first time.
Okay. I was like, I don't think you were listening the first time, but yeah, I'm just.
We did mention trying to get out of El Terrell in the second, right?
I might not have mentioned it by name the second time.
I mean, I would imagine that whatever's governing Avernus would know of a giant city floating in the sky with a lightning ball over it.
Yeah.
But if they just presume it's a bunch of citizens, compared to now, people actively trying to get in and out of the place.
She's gonna rack her brain and try and remember exactly what she said on the second message.
Sure. Give me an intelligence check, and then you can scroll up through chat, because good luck.
Yeah.
It's just DC 10. It was very recent.
So it sounds like we probably shouldn't get a hold of Traxagore until we know,
You remember Antamila?
or at least fairly confident we absolutely have to, or know we have a means of not being tracked.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
we could just not divulge our location and just try to get an idea of whether he's alive.
Well,
With the original check, that 25 check, would I get an idea? It not just the pretty much. Would this archfiend also get a general sense of the point of magical origin?
You don't think they have complete omniscience?
Okay.
So you doubt that they know where the source of magic came from, unless perhaps something was mentioned in the original messages.
So I will say that. So that's actually probably a good idea, Eldrin.
I mean,
As
do we
long as
know?
we don't
Yeah.
divulge
I mean,
that.
do we know why he would be listening on that particular message?
That's a really good question.
well,
Like, I'm sure there's a lot of things going on in Avernus. Like, why that particular message, right?
um,
Oh, I will give you an added piece of information, by the way. Based on Derek's check of High Arcana, Derek, you know that also flatly, in certain circumstances, um, the sending spell has a chance to fail between planes.
But our expectation, I felt like we did a locate object or something like that, and he was in the same plane as us. Right? He was down in the river. Isn't that what we detected?
I will say, I'm not going to say anything.
Okay. I felt that that's what happened.
That is also how I interpreted our reconnaissance.
Because we located on the cape.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, tiny otter cape.
Yeah.
Your first message went through without a hitch, right? You got a response.
So, I mean, if this archdevil can spy on messages that go in and out of the plane, and you try to contact, I forgot the name, and
Trackable.
right, and then you got the sense that somebody was listening, and then that might imply that he was able to leave the plane. Right. I mean, that's just intent here stuff. All right.
That's pretty intense, but it sounds pretty reasonable to me.
Yeah.
Maybe you should try another. How would you figure that out?
I mean, we can try to locate him again. See if we can locate them in the location, because I would imagine he wouldn't be moving too far. If we don't locate them, then that points to him getting out of this plane. I mean, he was a specialist on that stuff anyway, so it would make sense that he would be able to get out. Maybe it just took him a while.
Possible.
Is that something we can do today?
Yeah, I have
Open
slots
locket?
available.
Was it locate object? Is that what we're using?
Yeah. All right. Someone casting locate object.
Yeah, I guess I'll cast it on the tiny otter cape.
Yeah. You don't get a ping response.
Oops. I don't know why it linked to a second time, but whatever. Yeah, I would let the party know that I don't get any kind of reply, but keep in mind that, the range is only 1,000 feet, so it doesn't necessarily mean he's not in Avernus anymore.
Yeah, but I mean, he was within that range before. So
Yeah.
I feel like that put together with the sending message having failed and being spied on, that given the information that Derek is putting together, it sounds like he's no longer in this plane.
Possible. So if that's the case and we want to assume that, then we just don't message him again until we're ready for an extraction, right?
I mean, we're
But
ready to get some of these people out, right?
That is true.
so I agree with that. We're ready to get some people out.
Did we send
But
that on
aren't
the
there ways, just even physical ways, that can be blocking your Edmond?
I think it's lead, right? Let's see. Any thickness of lead, even a thin sheet, would block it.
Captured and put somewhere.
Could be possible.
Do you remember what his reply was the first time on Tamila?
Well, yeah, I can see his reply the first time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I didn't especially jump both since.
Last time
He's probably still here.
he made it sound like he was hiding from something, I thought.
Don't know if he couldn't say what or didn't say what. Well, he didn't say what. But don't know if he just couldn't say it.
maybe he was captured, or he went into like the ethereal plane to hide himself. You know, Derek was doing it during that one fight.
Yeah.
He was
This
in the
wizard.
middle of a battle. Apparently.
So even if he is away,
Mm-hmm.
then that's good for us, and we can try to get people out.
Right.
So that would be a reason to contact him. If he's not, then at least hopefully that should tell. Even best case, we start getting people, we contact him, get them out. Worst case, it adds information to deductive reasoning, gentlemen.
Well, what was the second? What was the second
I
message?
have not been able to pull it up because every time I try to go to that actual particular chat page, it won't show it. It shows the one before it and the one after it, but it will not show it on the page, which is very specifically fucking annoying.
I feel like we wanted him to get the people out on that second message. I know that was our intent.
The second message I was checking to see is where he. I know I was checking to see.
That's on the first one, and then he told us that he was on a battle.
Mm-hmm. And the second message, I was asking him questions if he could get himself out. Was he still here? Why was he still here? But I was trying to remember the exact wording. Because I don't know why someone would be paying attention to that particular message. And I might never know.
I don't know.
I might never know.
Last question, Donald.
Mm-hmm.
Or if I can with this last check, or do another one. I already forgot my question, actually.
No.
Come back to me. Never mind.
All right, well, let's think about the things that we can do. Oh, okay, there you go.
Yeah. With the supposed archfiend, would I know, like, it could just be all messages? Or then they have to be versus, like, actively listening?
You
so to
think
speak.
that they would probably have to be specifically listening for something. They're not going to probably... Like, these guys got things to do.
Yeah.
They're probably not active... Hold on, sneeze. I hope that was muted. I'm sorry, that was a loud sneeze. You think that they would probably have to be actively listening or trying to pay attention. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
I guess that still didn't quite answer. But I don't know how else to ask it. Okay.
Well,
Thank you. Here we go. All right. Okay, are you still here? Fiendish doing? Question mark. You get to High Hall alone? Question mark. Do we need to get you? Question mark. Yes and no's, as in respond in yes and no's. Elaborate if need. And I said my full fucking name. I use his abbreviated name.
Like
Nice.
your first and last name?
Nice. That was the last message. I will repeat the message. Well, I'll just place it, put it back up so you guys can see it. Instead of freaking sort that one, and I'll see if I can find the first one, which maybe clued him into something. I'm not entirely sure. Okay.
Oh boy.
Guess if the guy knows what the high hole is.
Yep, that was it. Yep, that's the worst part. Okay, yeah, we need to go. We need to go because the first message was this.
no.
Now do you realize?
Might not be eavesdropping on that one, but apparently was eavesdropping on the second one, which means they were probably eavesdropping on both, which is extraordinarily misleading.
And you might have just
Donald.
noticed.
Yeah,
You
there's
might
a
have just noticed.
possibility that you might have noticed for reasons.
Right. Yeah. They might have done a bad check, and you passive something, picked it up.
So it sounds like we need to find these people a new place to stay.
Does sound accurate.
There's people and us. Yes.
Yeah.
True. And us. That's a given.
There was that school. Remember, there were more people there.
Oh, that's true. The school's a good hiding spot.
Yeah. I think the door was barred. I'm pretty sure that
we could go to school. I want to blast through that door.
Oh, Jewel.
Well, actually, I mean, well,
Is Rhea with us
Yeah,
nearby? Where are we?
We're down in the
Yeah, you're down in the
We
catacombs.
actually are in the catacombs.
So we could ask Rhea where a good spot to hold up besides the High Hall. Obviously, the High Hall is the best. But...
Yeah, Rhea is certainly going to suggest where you are. She says, but if you think that someone might know of the existence of this place, ironically, she would probably say the next largest building is the school.
Is it like a bank with a vault, in El Terrell?
I mean, the other place I can think of is,
Let's open up that map.
The water is kind of weird, but the tombs, it's large.
Oh, where the ossuary?
Yeah.
Through where all the undead were?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if we just
the undead could be kind of a blocker, right?
Just put them in the. Let's take them back to the Vrox and have an existential conversation with them for like 3 hours and get them to agree to let us put them in that watchtower.
Do you know that? I think we're in a simulation, man.
Yeah, those guys.
Quasars.
Two Vrox mental jousting each other all day. What a life!
No. I want to make a psionic class who fights with a mental jouster. Stop. Okay, let's stop. Focus, guys. Because this will take 3 hours if you guys don't.
Seriously, though, we
We just gotta take him somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Not far, right? Because it's a lot of people.
So I will remind you, Eldrin, that the High Hall Cemetery is still within the High Hall. So just giving you that piece of information. It's not in the High Hall Cathedral.
That's right.
But it is still in the High Hall.
I mean, we can hope that they can't find this place. But I mean, that hand is not very inconspicuous, you know.
Yeah.
There's a lever right next to it.
Yeah.
Is there anything we could do instead then to help barricade at least the downstairs down here?
I mean, not against an archdevil, I don't think.
That's true.
I doubt he'll come personally, but I don't know. I don't know what this thing's doing.
Saying we'll have to make it worth his while. Noted.
Because, I mean, if there really isn't any other safe place...
Then it may be best to just stay here anyway, huh?
I mean, I'm sure there's
Why the
buildings
hell would
around.
he give a shit about people in the catacombs?
It's a big question. That's a good question.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, why is he, you know?
But that's the bigger question of why do they care about El Terrell at all? Ooh.
Well, I mean,
Can we pretend? How about this? How about we pretend that we don't know that we've been listened to, and send a message as if we've moved to a different location or something like that? Kind of throw them off the scent.
Not a bad idea, actually. But someone's going to probably come and check anyway.
Yeah, but you know, it's still a bit hidden. So as long as they don't send full forces, maybe they won't find the place.
Maybe we could send them to the school.
Also, as far as we're not like right in the middle of all these people, right? I assume we're like.
Yeah, I took the assumption that you took all your important NPCs and went off to the side.
Making sure, because Edmond.
Hey guys, panic! All the demons go back. Panic!
Not even that, but just Edmond would remember, that as far as like why would some archdevil or devils in general want with a bunch of just humans, and they pull the marred soul coin his father gave him out of his pocket. I mean, don't they use souls for this?
No.
Whole city of currency. Could be possible.
Well, what are our options? We have
Stay here, move people.
Right.
As far as immediately. After that, I have no idea.
Hey, let's deal with the immediate. We either stay here, try to distract them that we're somewhere else, or actually move somewhere else and not send on the message.
I think the High Hall is the most defendable position, and so if it is Derek, if it's your understanding, Derek, that they don't get a sense of location, but rather are just listening, then my vote is for we stay here, and when Anthemilla can, we send a false sending to try and lure them to a different location. Probably not the school, because I think that's relatively close to the High Hall. Preferably somewhere on the opposite side of the city.
Can we not just like say that we went down to the ossuary or something like that, and there's a bunch of dead courses and stuff.
Maybe
it's still in the High Hall, right? But maybe they won't concentrate on looking everywhere else.
That's true. Yeah, that could work.
We could send him to the ossuary. Yeah, ossuary.
It's a good word.
At least for now.
Yeah, that works. I'm good with that.
Right. But we still need our long rest for that, right?
Yeah, I would imagine so.
So we just gotta hope.
Oh, we literally have to for sending. Yeah, we just hope that they don't show up while we sleep.
You guys are taking a long rest?
I'll agree on that.
I would imagine we took a short rest during that conversation.
Probably.
I need a long rest either way. Like,
Yeah. I'm just trying to think if we need to keep guard or something like that.
We definitely
But I
should.
imagine we can do our
Well, we can-
whatever things
well, we
are
can-
buffered during the long rest, right?
Yeah, you can spend up to 2 hours doing guard or whatever during a long. So we can alternate between the four of us.
All right. So who is taking what watch? First, second, third, fourth.
I'll take fourth. I need some sleep.
I'll take first.
I'm not really good at watch, by the way, guys.
I guess-
Maybe
I hand you my shield while I sleep. No, that would be terrible.
he's not proficient with them.
does Lulu need to sleep?
Yes.
Good question.
I'm pretty confident Lulu needs to sleep.
I guess something I'll say is, we can just take a long rest and then have somebody stay up for longer.
I don't. Does it work that way?
What are you trying to do? I guess.
Like do like 10 hours and somebody stays awake for a longer period in it?
I'm just gonna drop the but why though?
Yeah. I guess to avoid Derek having to.
Yeah, that way, like Derek
Well,
doesn't have to.
I don't know.
Yeah, like so.
Just have Rhea do watch with Derek, and then he gets advantage on his rolls.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you could. I guess you could certainly split it up. If you want to take a 10-hour long rest whenever, I'm cool with that. Like just kind of split it up a little differently. Feels that'll be bad for you guys eventually.
Yeah.
And you don't even know if anything's going to happen during that particular person's watch. 1 in 4 chance, right?
Sure.
But that one time it does, you'll all hate me. All right, what are the watches right now? We have fourth from Edmond. We have first from...
Yep.
Oh, first from Edmond.
Yeah, vice versa.
Fourth from me.
Okay, who's second, who's third? Even if it's not Derek. I need someone to fill those 2 watches.
I can move second.
Lulu and Rhea, why not?
Sure. Okay. Lulu and Rhea will be third watch. Okay. So, during the second watch of the night, you were all awoken, so honestly the watch doesn't really matter too much, by the sound of a huge explosion. And you've been hearing explosions pretty regularly. You've kind of got accustomed to them from, the ground shaking and various small meteors kind of hitting the sides of El Torel. This is very loud and very close. Very loud explosion. The ground shakes and the ceiling starts to have kind of dust appear from it. You're down in the catacombs. What would you like to do, Eldrin?
I guess something I would have liked to be doing during my watch is making the area as dark as possible, except for where all the humans are. So like that one room can be lit, but everywhere else.
Yeah, that's fine. You
yeah.
can kind of do like a torch collection patrol.
Yeah.
Where are you gonna put them? Just in a corner somewhere?
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably put them towards that room with the 2 fountains of water thing.
Got it.
Or
Yeah,
the
the
well.
main area.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you could do that. What are you doing when this happens? Like, what's your reaction?
When that happens, do we all wake up?
Yeah, all of you will wake up. Eldrin's already up and about, though, so that's why I'm starting with him.
Yeah, I'll definitely go towards the party.
Okay.
I would imagine that we're going to be looking towards the entrance. Did the sound come from right above us, or can we
somewhere above, close?
Okay. So yeah, I'll go to the party, making sure that everybody's awake and ready to go. Help don shields if needed or something like that.
Just so serious to sleep in armor.
Edmond looks like Arthur from Marvel's Capcom when he loses his armor.
Are you gonna don it?
I mean, if I have 10 minutes to do it.
It's up to you. If you guys want to take 10 minutes down here, that's completely up to you.
Yeah,
you would have taken your armor off?
When you sleep, if you don't, you suffer from
right.
exhaustion.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, I mean, yeah, I would start putting it on, but
It's quicker if you get assistance, right?
Yeah, halftime. But it's for heavy armor. It's like still.
it's 10 minutes normally.
10 to 5, I think, or something.
Let me check.
5 is 50% less is good.
It has it on a chart. Donning armor.
I want to say it's 10 minutes normally. I think it's just under plate armor. I can probably tell you in a second.
It is. Donning heavy armor is 10 minutes to don. And if you... Oh, the benefit for someone helping you is only when you're doffing it.
Taking it off so no one can help you put it on faster. Awesome!
Yep. Well, my kingdom for a Iron Man suit. Just auto suits up. Yeah, so I'll start putting that on, but I mean, do we know what that was? Was that just another meteorite, asteroid? What are these words? Derek.
Do I feel like if I...
Since it has hit the quote-unquote ground, it is a meteorite.
Derek starts explaining meteorites. I was kidding. It doesn't matter.
You hear the sounds of panic from the townspeople.
Oh yeah.
Varia kind of approaches your group. Are we under attack?
We should go quiet them. Making sure that they're quiet.
There's 180 people. Give me a persuasion check.
Do your best. Do your best. Who are our leaders? They should do it.
I would definitely be like, I think.
Certainly try.
Yeah, we'll calm them down.
What do you say to them to calm them down?
It's just a meteorite. That is a meteor that has hit it. I define meteorite. Guys,
sidetracked on what?
Guys, I'm sure it's just a meteorite. They've been hitting nonstop. This just happens to be a particularly close one. We need everybody to be calm and quiet, just so that way when we'll go up and check this out.
While he's doing that, I would like to go towards the entrance, and listen.
Yeah, Derek. Everyone seems to kind of calm down and get quiet. Eldrin, you get close to the door, and if you want to listen, give me a perception check. You hear the sounds of clattering, actually. Sounds like stone on stone.
On stone.
Okay, 5 minutes.
Okay.
It's frequent. And yeah, that's what you hear.
How far? So I'm just.
Go...
Where is that door that you're?
He's in the center
like
area.
The door of this room? Okay, center area.
And the area he's listening into is right under the giant golden hand that was in the other area.
Is Antomila also putting on heavy armor?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been about a minute, maybe. Is this what you're gonna do for the next 10 minutes, Eldrin?
No, probably not.
Okay.
At this point, we're probably only taking a short rest, I would imagine.
Your long rest has not completed. You definitely have the benefits of a short rest.
Okay.
This was about halfway through your rest. You know that you'll be able to continue your rest as long as you don't have an hour. Like, you can have an hour, more than an hour. You have an hour of interruption time to do other things during your long rest. But as long as you get back to sleep, it'll be fine afterwards. But yeah, right now you have not received the benefit of a full rest. Nobody in the party has.
Okay.
That's kind of what the whole watch thing is in general. How you could do it as a party in 8. Use an hour. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean,
right.
I'll go back and relay what I'm hearing, because if I'm hearing that, I'm probably hearing it inside of the cathedral.
Yeah, it sounds really close.
Are we hearing any other explosions or anything else, or was it just the initial one?
Just that single explosion, and the sounds of rock on rock.
Hmm.
The ground shakes occasionally too.
Population situation. Kind of how many women, children are there versus
It's
rough, very rough numbers.
yeah, so there's about 180 people, and 70% of them are adults, and that split is half between men and women, and the rest are children.
I'm just reading now.
I will kind of somewhere between walk and run. That weird walk shuffle kind of thing where you're not trying to make any noise, but you're also trying to move fast.
Yeah.
Over to Eldrin, kind of whisper and ask him like, "What's up?" Pretty much, I'm trying not to scare.
Yeah, so the area where Eldrin is out of eyesight of these people.
Yeah, yeah.
In the center,
so he hasn't come back yet. Okay, never mind then.
Yeah, he's kind of a little far, actually. The area where you descended down the secret passage was separated by some hallways.
Yep.
So you're in the area where the 2 fountains were.
Okay, I misunderstood. I thought he had come back all the way.
I guess, is that also where Edmond and Antamila are?
Yeah, that's where they were sleeping. Your group was kind of staying near the people, I assume.
Okay.
So that's kind of like the, I guess, quote-unquote residential area
right.
of the catacombs. So, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, after I hear the clamoring and all that, I would go back to the party.
Okay.
Just to let them know of what I saw.
About 3 minutes have passed. Edmond, you're still shoving on your armor. Ultimately, you're still shoving on your armor.
Is there any trap that we can set? What about... Can we at least put the ball bearings down?
They're looking pretty good right now.
We've come full circle.
Yep. What I'd like to do after hearing that, then, I want to go to the trapdoor that leads, the one that kind of goes to the hole in the middle of the world.
Yeah.
Just open it up and cast light, and then see if that kind of looks empty.
Yeah, it's empty down there.
So,
how many people could fit there?
Yeah.
Hold on, I can actually tell you that.
So I'm going to whisper over to Eldrin, saying, "Hey, I think we should start moving people here."
And he would respond depending on how much space there was.
The hallway went on for about... So it was a 10-foot wide hallway that goes on about 100 feet. And so you could fit one person every 5 feet. 10 foot goes on for 100 feet. So 2 by 10. Two by 10 is 20 squares. You can fit 20 people in it comfortably.
Ooh.
Right? Quick math.
I'll say that one dude.
Oh, 2 by 20 actually. 40 people. My bad. Quick math. Each square is 5 feet.
But is that enough?
No.
Do you think that's enough for the children?
Yeah. If it was just the children, they could even squeeze closer too because they're smaller.
Yeah, but if you're gonna start separating the children, then isn't that gonna cause a panic?
Right now they're calm. They're all being quiet. You hear whispering, like they're all whispering to each other, but they're trying to remain quiet right now. Barry is trying to keep them calm too.
I think we should try to keep the peace at least until we're fully prepared, as much as we can be, since
Okay,
those guys
agreed.
are still putting clothes on for forever, it seems.
So are you guys
what-
doing nothing until the armor is done?
Now, I want to go over to Rhea and start telling her, like, I think we may have some company. We're trying to be calm. While we go take care of this, can you have people ready? You know, pretty much like, again, try as best as you can to just get them able to move.
Okay, yeah. Where do you want us to go if things go south?
Jump off the jump off into the river.
There's
Yeah,
only
as
one
far
way
as-
in and one way out that I
I was
know
going
of.
to say, as far as we know.
I mean, it's probably best for them to stay back, right?
Okay.
Yeah, as far.
I'll guard them as best as I can.
Don't forget, though, we don't know anything yet. Don't unnecessarily scare them.
I'm a knight of El Terrell. I know how to manage these people. I fight for them. I would not instill fear in their hearts. In
People
fact,
start screaming.
no. She actually is like her presence is a comfort to them. Like the Hell Riders in general and Knights of El Terrell are well respected by the people. You remember that Eldrin just flashing his badge in the tavern was getting like free drinks from people, and
Right.
everyone was being really chummy with him, and they'd never even seen this guy before in their life. So they hold a high esteem for those types.
I guess I would go to Edmond and Camilla and make sure that, what do we want to do? Do we want to go up once you guys are ready, or do we want to try to hold in here and try to funnel them in some way? We don't know how many.
I mean, if there are things attacking, I don't think we should try to fight them. We should try and fight them as far away from the people as possible. But if we can do that, because this was like stairs leading down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's under a hatch.
Right.
When the hand is open, right now you know the lever is closed from your side, so the fist is closed, and so is the trapdoor. When the fist is open, normally the trapdoor is not visible unless you inspect it. But you guys have ridiculous passive perception, so you saw it immediately. Yeah, normally it's stairs that are under a trapdoor in a hand that opens.
Yeah. My point being that if we can utilize that choke point,
Yeah.
and I can just tank. Well, you just shoot from behind me, and you guys, Antamilla and Derek, use spells, and you just shoot your bow, and I'll just try to hold them off for as long as I can.
Eldrin,
I probably won't even attack.
if we get up, you and I get topside, to figure out what's happening. If I cast that speedy spell, that hasty spell on your horse, how fast can it move? Would you be willing to draw away the enemy to give these two enough time? If it comes to that. We may not even need it. Who knows?
My concern is that if we go up there,
They're going to know where.
they're going to know
find them.
exactly where we are. So right now we have the element of we can hold up and maybe enough time for these two to get ready and then go up if we want to. Do we have any kind of illusion magic at our disposal?
I don't have any. Just a little bit of prestidigitation, but that's not going to be enough.
I mean, I can. Let me go and check and see if I hear anything else. If they're getting closer, any other sort. So I would want to go really quick and check.
Okay,
if I
give me
hear
another
anything.
perception check.
Donald, while we're doing this,
Yeah.
I don't know how it mechanically works, but if we got through the first, you get your hit dice back up for a long rest anyway. So we got through the first quarter of a long rest.
Half.
So half. So can I spend hit dice? Is that fine? Can you like treat part of a long rest as a short rest like that? I don't know how that mechanically works.
Well, I think you guys took a short rest beforehand, right?
We did say we took a short rest. Before.
Oh, okay. Well, then, yeah, I would like to do that if that's cool.
Yeah. Try to remember, though, because you wouldn't necessarily be aware that you're going into combat. And so it kind of comes off as like a little...
I get it.
It's fine. I'll let you do it once.
I was just saying, literally
Everyone gets one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I kept saying we took a short rest. We're taking a short rest.
Yeah, but when you take a short rest, you have to spend your hit dice during the short rest, not
Yeah.
during the siege that's potentially happening outside.
I'll remember. Thank you.
Okay. Your perception check. You still hear the sounds. They're still close, but they're less frequent.
Of stone on stone?
Yep.
Could I get an idea of like what type of stone on stone? Like stone hitting stone or like dragging?
Yeah, it sounds like stone hitting stone. But it's less frequent now. Still close.
Is it concentrated in a particular location or is it like all around?
Random
Like places?
Random and at random intervals.
Okay.
But definitely less frequent as time goes on.
Alright, I will go back and relate that information. So they'll hear them hitting stones somewhere. I don't know if it's digging or is it similar? Because when we first came in here into the cathedral, we heard the metal and stone.
Yeah.
Of the guys hitting their swords into stone.
Yep.
Was there a particular location where they were hitting? I don't remember.
Yeah, you know that it was near altars. They were kind of defacing holy symbols.
Oh,
on
they
the
were
walls.
defacing holy symbols. So I mean, I'd say maybe it's more of that. Maybe they're just destroying the place, looking for us, but maybe they won't find it.
Certainly possible.
Donald, is there a big brain check I could do to try to use my rope and oil flask? No, because that would... Pretty much I want to do like the chicken wire, like the can shaking and stuff. So then this way, if they do...
Like rig an alarm system, kind of.
Yeah.
What do you have for creating the chicken wire rattling sound?
Rope.
Okay.
Oil is about the only thing I can...
I don't know how oil rattles.
Yeah, well, for actual sound, hold on.
Yeah, because I have no problem. The DC is going to be dependent on what supplies you have available to you and the effectiveness as well. So I'll have you make a check once you tell me what you're trying to do and use, and I'll set a DC for it and tell you how it goes.
So I will start telling Eldrin this, saying if we have a way to make noise or light for a moment, because it should be pretty much total darkness in the halls.
Yeah, Eldrin has seen to that.
Okay.
It's, I mean,
I don't
Except for
have
the
any-
residential area.
I don't
we
have anything that can make noise.
we would see light if they open the hatch.
Yes, you know that the well, yeah, because from above there was a bunch of those torches. So yeah,
Right.
definitely.
Okay.
It won't like flood everything, but we'll see.
Yeah,
light
it,
in that
it, it
area.
makes a mechanical sound when it opens too. Like it's
Yeah.
very distinct noise.
Oh. Okay. Then
I
I
mean, I
go,
would-
oh, well, just overthinking that one.
It's like a
We can-
giant, like, yeah, stone, like.
I mean, if you still have your ball bearings, I can prepare them under the hatch, and then we can take them off after.
Let's
we need to.
Home Alone and Archdevil, boys.
Sure.
I mean-
I can do that.
Unless anybody else has a better idea.
Okay. You're gonna spread the ball bearings on the stairs.
But I'll spread them pretty much at the entrance,
Okay.
and I'll try to stay nearby, listening and waiting. That's Eldrin's plan right now.
All right. Is anyone
Listening,
else
waiting.
doing anything else?
And readying. I
Body
guess he'll be.
armor and-
I'll try to be hidden.
Okay. Yeah. Give me stealth check. Okay. Is everyone else? Are you guys staying nearby, Eldrin?
Have we hit 10 minutes yet, or are we still putting on our stuff?
I'm assuming that beyond all this stuff, like you guys don't seem to be going out, so 10 minutes will pass. You'll absolutely have time to put on your armor.
Okay, then yeah, we would stay. I would stay near the rest of the party.
Okay. How long do you wait?
So Eldrin,
What? Damn question.
sorry, again,
No
we're
other way
we're
out of it.
effectively at one, let's say a long hall. We're at one end of the hall. He's way out, pretty far, right?
I mean, can we be on that map?
Yeah, hold on, give me just
Yeah.
a second.
Yeah, maybe that'd be easier.
Where are you, Matt? Sorry, I have so many of these things, it's hard to find them. Here.
Yeah, because I was pretty much just waiting for this guys to be ready, and then we could figure out if we wanted to go out or not. But if they're not gonna find the place, I don't see too much reason to go out.
Yeah, I like the funnel formation alpha, where I just tank and you guys just waylay them from behind me. Because mechanically speaking, out of character, you can fire through me, but they can't move through me.
Alright, yeah, you guys can put yourselves wherever you want. Let me shift ping you. Can't really see the stairs because there's like they wind up.
Right.
But yeah, go ahead and put yourselves wherever you want. And then I'll ask the question again. How long do you want to wait?
Wait, where are the? Oh, these are the stairs that wind up. Okay.
Okay, I remember.
I'm just trying to remember quickly. Okay.
Was there a landing?
You're standing on the landing. But it's, I guess, the closest thing to a landing. You can't see over that. It's a solid wall to your east and north. They kind of wind down. Those stairs go up, and about beyond that point, they narrow to a 5-foot hole for another 10 feet, and then that's where the ladder is.
Right. Okay. So I guess we would have put the ball bearings like somewhere in here.
Sure.
Do we even want to do that, or do we just want to have me
I mean,
stand?
I would have done that while waiting for you guys to
It's
That's
up to you, but
to put your armor on. We can take them off now if we want to, but
Yeah, I was just thinking if there's a 5-foot spot, then I can just stand there in front of it.
I was trying to be hidden from that point. I mean,
Yeah,
can we
you
get Antomilla to try to listen to up there?
yeah.
Ontabila, you could go up there and take a listen if you'd like. Give me a perception check. Yeah, it's kind of exactly as I described it to Eldrin. It's less frequent, but you hear the sound of stone on stone. just randomly above. Some loud sounds, some lighter.
Do we have any way seen on the other side of the hatch? I would imagine the fist is closed right now, and we would have to open it and then open the hatch. Is that right?
That's correct.
So right now we're probably full on hidden. However, it's a leap in logic, but if what we think sent whatever we think sent what's upstairs, it probably knows we're in some form of catacomb, which would mean that we're underground, which would mean that it's probably trying to figure out how to get down here. And how would you do that?
What's our health situation looking like?
I'm full, thanks to hit dice.
More like
Average hit
sheet
dice.
dice.
39.
No, don't, thank you.
You have one?
39 from average hit die. As in half and 2.
Getting quiet.
I mean, because I would check up there, but I feel like opening the hand would give us up. Yeah. What do you have? Do you have anything at your services, Antimilla, that could help?
Sorry?
Said, I don't remember what your spell slot situation
I don't
was.
have any more freaking spells for today that are any good. That's
Well,
why I needed to sleep.
what slots do you have? What slots do you have left?
First.
Did we use a 4th level slot?
My 4th level slot doesn't have anything that can help either.
We can maybe we can upcast something.
Such as?
What do you have for 4th level?
For 4th level, I have Command, Call Lightning, Control Water, Cure Wounds. I do have Divination as a ritual, but I have used that before, so there's a chance it'll fail. Fog Cloud, Guiding Bolt, Bolt Person, Ice Storm, Inflict Wounds, and Shatter Spiritual Weapon, Thunder Wave. Not many of those are great for reconnaissance in a meaningful manner right now.
I mean, I guess it doesn't hurt to try divination. That's a ritual, right?
Oh, it could hurt, but I can go ahead and try it again. Okay, so I'm going to sit down and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take 10 minutes to go and do divination while we're listening to this thing overhead. And I suppose I'm going to ask Valker. It's Valker. Oh God, that could be bad. I mean, it's only information. What is currently? Oh God, what would I ask? I mean, it's an enemy. It's probably more likely than an enemy. Right. So in terms of party, I'm gonna need help maybe wording this particular thing. I'm not quite sure what I'm asking, just what's above us, maybe?
Is there something above us? Well, no, never mind.
How powerful? No. What are the replies possible?
Are the replies? Let me just go ahead and do that. Okay.
That's a good. Just a question concerning a goal or event. So, and I mean, you can ask if we could take a long rest in safety or something like that.
Now remember, I've used this before.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I can ask if we could take a long rest. So we can rest in safety.
All right, roll a 1d100.
Actually, you roll that in secret. But if
Yeah,
you're being
otherwise-
nice,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. But I don't know if I don't tell you high or low. Let me do that.
Yeah. Otherwise, we'll
Wait.
know.
That's the like, ooh, yeah.
Okay. The response you get is the High Hall in ruins. You should be safe for the night. Rest in peace, my child.
Okay, I relay that to the party.
Always in haiku. Always.
I mean, that sounds reasonable.
Why?
Sounds reasonable given the explosion we heard, and then the fact that I heard diminishing noises as time progressed.
They just won't be able. They just won't find us. Whatever Faye is.
I mean, we'll still stay. It just sounds like we're not at full force. And to give away our position at this moment could be dangerous.
Okay. Does that resume our long rest?
Okay.
It's up to you guys.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds
Do we want to
like
have? Do we want to have like? Because it hasn't been past an hour, right?
Not yet. You've been up for about, I'll say, 20 minutes with the ritual now and the donning of armor.
Eldrin was already on watch. Oh,
Someone's camera dropped?
We lost Kenny altogether.
Someone drop? Oh, there it is. Okay.
Oh,
sorry,
that's-
my Discord randomly closed.
Oh, neat. Can you pop back on your
Okay.
camera?
Yeah. There we go.
Grazie, grazie.
Na-na-na-na-na.
Alright, so what are you guys doing?
I guess we're finishing our long rest, or at
Okay,
least resuming with
are you
the
guys
watch.
going back to your normal watches?
I think I will stay up until Mila and Edmond are fully armored, and then I could take a rest then.
Well, they're going to be taking off their armor to rest, right?
Yeah.
I think-
So I guess that's what you're saying is like, can he spend the rest of his watch staying up with us?
Well,
until...
you were up during the time when Antamila was casting her divination, which took a 10-minute ritual. So, no. If that's your question, it would be after those 20 minutes. Because you would have been awake during all of that preparing for combat. Right?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not getting.
Yeah, I don't know what you're asking at this point. Are you guys
Like where in his 2-hour watch did he get woken up? Or
at the
did
end
he
of
get
his
all-
watch?
Okay, so yeah, you couldn't stay up while we did all this, while we did our
Yeah.
armor and stuff.
I
'Cause
could
you-
imagine I could go one day without sleeping, right?
You get a level of exhaustion.
You
you
can.
don't want
But what does that do?
Ooh. I mean, one level would be terrible, but
It's bad.
yes,
Exhaustion sucks. You don't want it.
yeah,
It's really
I mean,
bad.
me personally, I can stay up for a whole day and no problem. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
but
If
you're
an adventurer won't be able to do it.
no, you totally can. It's just that you, just like in real life, do not perform at peak performance.
You don't know me.
I know you a little bit. Well, first level of exhaustion is disadvantage on ability checks, which is pretty bad. Also, Kenny dropped again.
Yeah, I mean he's back, but his camera
Back,
is
but
not.
yeah, thank you. Yeah, something's up with my Chrome, I think. It's like forcing Discord to close. It's weird.
But you guys could just extend your rest for another 2 hours, and you'll be fine. I guess.
I mean, if Reyes stays up with me and we have Lulu, that's 3 people on watch during my time. Just treat it normally like any other time.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's get some rest.
Alright, so let me roll.
So I guess this would be my watch now. We go back to the original schedule.
Okay. So, sleeping through the night, you still occasionally hear the sounds of stone on stone. But nothing comes during your watches.
Okay, so full sleep.
Yeah,
Full
you
rest.
all are full rested. You'll regain half of your hit dice and all of your hit points. And all spells and features that are relying on that. And your magical items that recharge at dawn will still recharge here.
Good.
The during my long rest, by the way, just really quick, I would like to, I don't know if I actually have it, I'm sure somebody does, like Derek or something, use parchment and ink to, on 3 sheets of paper, write a very, I'll have to think of them, but write a very unique phrase or sentence, which I would like to give to each party member. Because we kicked around the idea of what if Traxagor was captured? What if one of us is captured? So the concept here is also it's in Celestial. So I would write in Celestial just a unique phrase or sentence to give to each party member so that I could use locate object to find them. And I would tell them to hide it somewhere on their person, like in their boot or something like that.
Give him 3 of my sheets of paper and say, wow, that's actually pretty clever.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely not an N8 play, but whatever.
It's fine, Kenny. N8 plays for days. Alright.
But yeah, that's it.
Alright, you guys awaken. You're all fresh. What would you like to do?
Oh, probably listen in to see if we hear anything on the other side. Still.
Give me a perception check. It's deathly quiet.
Do you want to go check it out?
Sir.
Okay. You're gonna open up the lever.
Yes.
Okay.
Most certainly.
You hear the
Unless I
mechanical
hear any
whirring
objections.
sounds. Mechanical sounds of the hands start whirring. And you think it's finished opening up from the outside. You just need to pop open the trapdoor to take a look.
I'm gonna see if I can open just slightly so I can see.
Yeah, give me a stealth check. Let's see how sneaky your gopher strategy is. I lost someone's cam again.
It's Maurice this time.
Oh, he's going, yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and take a look. And up above, it's very different from what you remember in the High Hall. The whole southwestern area has been caved in, presumably from, you see, a still smoldering with flames, large rock that seems to have crashed through the ceiling of the High Hall Cathedral. You see debris everywhere. Occasionally, you see a stone fall from the ceiling in the distance, clattering to the floor. It seems as though a meteor has struck precariously close to the party's position. You don't see anything else of interest. But the whole southwestern area of the High Hall Cathedral is utterly destroyed.
Guess I'll signal for us to go up and check it out.
Yeah, it's otherwise remarkably the same. The southwestern area seems to have been obliterated, but the rest of the High Hall Cathedral is really well built and is intact. You don't see any signs of any incursion of creatures or anything like that.
Does the sound of the meteor, of the kind of stones falling, coincide with what I
Yeah, you're
might have
pretty
heard?
confident it was the ceiling and walls crumbling. That was the sound that you heard.
Okay.
We should wait for Maurice?
Probably, yeah.
Let me message him.
I'll exclaim, "This is what was causing all that ruckus."
Yeah, just a giant meteor.
Oh boy, little
It
paranoid, but better safe than sorry, right?
might not be
Yeah.
the last.
Wait, what'd you say, Elion?
I said it might not be the last.
Meteor?
Seem to hit in this location specifically.
It's 8:43. Do we want to take our break a little early and see if he comes back?
Yeah, let's take our break.
Might be a good idea.
Okay, let me message him and let him know, hey, we are hopping on break.
Yeah, he may not even realize it dropped or something. I'm sure he does by now.
Time to fix. Alright, let's pop back. I'll check in with you guys at 8:55. That should give Maurice enough time to straighten out whatever's going on. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright, sorry we're back, everybody. The party was contemplating whether or not Bell has the black materia from Final Fantasy VII. And it's... yeah.
Like you're just like, oh, the High Hall? I don't need to go there. I'll just destroy it with this. Or some, what was it? Some Madara stuff. Finally watched Naruto. I get some references now.
Nice.
Nice.
Straight up meteor.
Okay, so last night we were talking. We wanted to throw off our trail.
Yep, sending to throw off our trail.
Is that
We would consult with Rhea, I think, to what is a logical place we can try to claim that we're holding up in on the opposite end of the city, or maybe even outside of Eltrell, or maybe even saying we got out. Like, pieced out. Like, we were able to... Yo, Traxor, we were able to get back to the Prime Material Plane. Why are you still in Avernus, bro?
So are you sending him a message or something along those lines? If so, Camila, let me know.
Yeah, I thought that was our plan, right?
Yep.
I just
Can
don't know.
we do a lie saying civilians dead? We're going off on our own?
Meteor hit and killed all civilians.
Because then, yeah.
You guys hear Antamilla just randomly say, "New brain, who dis?"
Wait, what? Wait.
new brain? Who this?
Yes.
To us. She just said that to us.
You just said it out loud, just to nothing.
Okay.
Who that?
Yeah.
Who you?
I'm not sure what that means, Antamilla.
What means?
What you just said.
Here goes
Let's
Elgin
being
notching
weird,
an arrow.
boys. Elgin begins notching an arrow!
And taking a couple steps back.
Altamila's gone crazy, boys. Kill her!
Kip Kip?
Pip Kip? Did you say Pip Kip?
Eat a dick, you fucking piece of shit! All she says, out loud, screaming.
You talking to somebody? You want to do the divine sense thing?
Yeah, I guess. I'll divine sense?
Is he around?
Hoping that Anthamilla doesn't show up as a...
What's your range on divine
give me a
sense?
second.
60 feet?
Hey, I believe that is correct. 60 feet and not behind total cover.
You won't pick up anything.
Well, nothing there.
I mean, I look around. I listen for fluttering of wings or anything like that.
Sure, give me a perception check. You hear nothing. Occasional rock falls, but no fluttering of wings or anything like that.
Is he talking to you at the mill?
Yeah, apparently you got a promotion.
To
Promotions.
to devil? Or is that how it works? Is that
Yeah, you
I think it
guys
was
know a lot
explained
about
to us.
devils at this point.
Yeah.
You know that devils basically live for promotions. Like, their whole purpose in life is to kind of move up the devilish hierarchy to get higher than they were before, to improve their station.
So we might be running into Pip Kip shortly.
Oh, is he coming by?
Sounds like it.
Just to say hi, to thank us. We got him here after all, right? I think, kinda.
I mean, we had to if the contract was fulfilled, right?
Yeah. Point
How does
is,
he know-
he
how
got
does he know-
back.
How does he know where here is?
Can we go towards that organ thingy? And I know there was like a what's it called?
The pipe
It's like
organ?
well, there was like a place that we could look out.
Yeah, that's
from
on the
that.
east side of the cathedral. It's on the second floor.
I'm actually also curious just to reevaluate El Terrell.
Okay, so you guys want to kind of go up and kind of survey the land?
Yeah, I want to go up and see if I can see anything coming or anything like that.
Sure. You go up to the balcony, and it's El Terrell from this vantage point. This is probably as high as you could get in the whole city, actually. So it's a pretty good vantage point. And it's mostly in a similar state to what you remember it. Things have gotten a little worse, obviously. There's a little bit more fires. A couple more buildings have been hit by debris. You don't see anything like signs of incoming enemy forces or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But you do see devils and demons flying through the air in the distance, battling each other in midair. Occasionally, you'll see devils riding through the streets on nightmares and stuff like that. But nothing specific, no large force specifically amassing to approach the keep.
Does there seem to be a change in its height? On,
Give me a
compared to
survival
the ground?
check.
Okay.
Okay. Back up to
9.
You're not sure.
Okay.
All right.
Did he say where he was coming? When he was coming? Something else?
No, he just wanted to make a deal.
What kind of deal?
Something involving saving your lives for taking me hostage or something like that.
Saving our lives for taking you hostage. Pip
Was
Kip.
he reading your thoughts, or was he just talking and you were responding?
I think he was just talking.
Nobody else heard it. It was definitely in your head.
That
Did he do that before?
no, I don't think so.
That's a great question.
But that's not a normal devil thing either, right?
How big of a damn promotion?
I mean,
What
the
if we
Vrock
could get a promotion?
were Vrocks demons or devils? I don't remember.
Demons.
Okay.
Demons, yeah.
So the Vrocks were able to talk to Eldrin. So we know some of them can do it. Some fiends, clearly. The Hidden
Can-
Lord, who claimed
can
to
we-
be a celestial, but was
Can we just do a check to see what kind of fiends are able to talk telepathically?
or at least, is it more common than it is not, or less common than it is? You know what I
Sure,
mean?
give me a religion check.
Assuming Anthony Milla's going to make one, but I'll make one as well with guidance on myself.
Still gotta fix that.
Fix what?
Guidance on knowledge checks.
Oh, you're right. No, that's fair. I won't do
I
that.
forgot to mention it because we didn't talk after last session.
No, I totally agree with you. 11.
Untamila. Edmond, you're not sure.
Yeah.
Untamila, there's definitely various devils that can speak telepathically. You know that this is not something that imps can normally do. But you've read of fairly higher level devils that can do so. You feel like it's probably not something that belongs to something that's, lower rank and file. So you think that whatever it is that Pip Kip was promoted to, it was a pretty big promotion. Like, all the stuff that you have encountered so far. Hold on, I'm trying to double check that statement in my head. Like I'm a walking monster manual or something.
Yeah, that's mostly what Edmund was thinking is it more common they should be able to do that or less common?
It's less common in higher power, you would suspect strongly.
So he jumped a couple of rungs, it sounds like.
So whatever he did was probably very valuable.
Question.
Do they
What did we help him do? I mean, one soul wouldn't have been enough.
I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean we helped him do anything. Do we know, just out of character, Donald, like is this with the good bit we know about devils and the fact that they do get promoted up hierarchies, do they like literally physically, like, are they like Pokemon?
Absolutely, yes.
So, like an imp stops
Yeah,
being
you could go from the lowest of the low, which are like little blob creatures,
right
to the highest of the high as a pit fiend.
Okay, so like literally something that like Pip Kip could theoretically become a pit fiend someday.
Yeah,
someday.
absolutely. Okay. And that's what all of them would probably
like,
strive for.
And they just morph into the new thing.
Yeah, pretty much. They physically change.
Interesting. That's granted. Do we know? Is that granted to them by like the Archdevil or something?
It doesn't necessarily have to be if they're reporting into somebody that has
something grants them power. It's not something that comes from within them. It's an extra.
Yeah, it's granted. It's
like as
specific.
if Helm, like Helm giving me or Valkyr giving Anthony Miller power.
Yeah, it's granted to them. It's not earned, or it's not like their inner strength. They can absolutely be demoted.
Interesting.
Absolutely, yes. That has happened a lot. There's some of it in the book, actually. I think it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
You feel bad.
Do we know? I guess what did he say? Did he know of our location, or did he just say that he knew?
He said that he would see us soon.
Did he say it all creepy, like, see you soon?
Actually, so that's a good question. On Tamila, his voice sounded interesting. When he said his name, before he even said his name, you knew the voice was familiar somehow. But you couldn't quite put your finger on it. But it sounded particularly feminine, actually.
Are you saying Pip Pip's a girl?
I'm just saying the voice sounded feminine.
Did we assume Kip's gender from the start?
We did. I think we
It's
did.
2020, boys. I'm teaching you lessons. I'm teaching you lessons.
Donna, by the way, you've been putting the bottle in front of the camera.
I think he's doing it on purpose because that camera doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah, no, it does matter.
It's still.
I feel bad.
But it doesn't matter to the stream. I mean.
Yeah, because I am looking at Streamlabs. I'm not looking at. Thank you for creating awareness. I'll stop that.
That's all right.
I saw you do it so many times. I thought you were doing it on purpose, like a game.
No. It's just me fidgeting at my desk. I'm pulling like a Dino.
That was a secret DM message.
Since it doesn't sound like. It sounds like that's more relative, not like literally. I'll see you in a minute. I'm going to tell the party something forgot to do. I want to go check on Older.
Yeah, that would be something to do in the morning for sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Interrogate him or ask him questions.
He's still in a similar state.
Okay.
1 second.
Almost as if something like Greater Restoration would be good.
Welcome to Revenge.
Yeah, I could smell it. I could smell it the moment you told me that healing wasn't.
Welcome to Revenge, you scumbag.
It's not my fault.
This is Kenny's fault party.
I was just about to say, it sounds like Kenny's fault. Because I have no idea what you're talking about. Okay.
But don't we have... No, we don't.
No, I have Lesser Restoration.
Just Lesser.
But Antonella will get it.
I'm very familiar with the fact that Greater Restoration doesn't come until much higher levels.
It's, I think, level 9?
It's like 9 or 10, yeah.
So if Pip is going to show up, guys, I don't want to be around these people when he does.
No, that's true.
He's going to find a way to use him as leverage.
I would like to kill him.
I would love to do the same.
Oh boy. So Kenny, you remember that thing I told you about earlier today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have a way of finding him?
Maybe. No, probably not. I was gonna say maybe I could somehow locate object on him, but even if I could, which I probably can't, because it's not a it's locate object, not thing.
Well, did he always have something, I guess, in his possession that maybe he would keep?
Nothing we know of.
I
mean, I could try it on.
Did they?
It is probably a pretty accurate description for a devil or fiend.
What did you say?
I'll say
they're using gender correctness, which I appreciate.
Did it?
They're being considerate.
In before Pip Kips.
Yeah, did it wear something like, like an amulet or anything like that?
No.
No, right?
Pip Kip was basically just an imp.
Just an imp, right?
Yeah, and even if I could do it based on the organic, which I can't, assumedly Pip Kip has now changed forms, so.
Oh, that's true.
It probably time lorded on us, and it's a succubus now.
Oh, God.
It used to be a he, now it's a she.
Yeah.
Well, that would be an incubus then, right?
I know we have the ritual. I know we have the ritual divination now.
Yeah, we do, but
which we want to make sure that we use it right for at least the first time of the day.
Well, I think it's
7 days, so we're at a 50%.
Yeah.
Boys.
Yeah, it gets lower and lower over 7 days.
Yeah, it's cumulative.
7 days.
7 days.
I thought it was after you took a long rest. You're fine.
No, 7 days.
That's what it said.
You can ask a single question concerning a specific goal of interactivity to occur
Yeah,
within
yeah.
7 days. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, you just have to skip one day.
Yeah, after a long rest, you're good.
So I still have to skip the long day because it's been at the beginning of the day and the end of the day. So we're still at a 25%.
But I thought it was until you took a long rest.
Let me double
If,
check.
it'll say long rest or it'll say 24 hours.
Yeah, it's
Oh, hold on. Yeah, if you cast a spell 2 or more times before. Oh, I did cast it.
before your next long rest. So
Before
you're
finishing
good.
your
You,
next
you
hour,
took a
so
long rest, and we're good.
just for each cast. So after the first, you should get a random rating. Okay, so still 1/4. All right, so yeah, let's back up. Okay, cool.
So we can do it once a day, pretty much, for sure.
Essentially, yes.
That's really good.
Yep.
He likes to answer in haiku, so we got to make sure we know what we want to.
Yeah, and they're not always going to be perfect. It's cryptic sometimes.
Yeah,
guys.
yeah. Yeah, the only thing I would, I'm not saying I'm not saying that we should use it. I'm just saying it's a possible question that we might want to ask. Is
Yeah.
Something to do with like
What is Pip Kip? But I think that's sort of a throwaway.
no, because it has to be about something that's gonna happen, right?
Ooh,
So I guess I
that's a
would say,
good
like,
one.
When
I
are
would
we going to
say-
encounter Pip Kip next?
But that's only if it's within an activity that's going to occur within
7
7 days.
But if it's not within 7 days, then we're fine. At least for now.
You can't ask it questions like directions, right? Like, how do we get to this?
No.
Also,
Yeah.
keep in mind that they will give their truthful reply, but the gods are not necessarily omniscient in D&D.
True.
They do not know everything. So they have a lot of capabilities, though.
They know everything for the next 7 days. No, I know.
So that's okay for that, but I mean, isn't our priority wasn't it to send the false message?
Yeah. Do for older?
We can't do anything with Alder, right? Because he's crazed.
He's like basically seemingly comatose. Like
Right.
He checked out.
Feria is like trying to like mush up food for him in a bowl and force feed it to him, washing it down with water. They have very little food, and there's so many people too.
We don't have any ways of reading his mind and it like as well, right?
I don't know.
Nothing that I
I'm
have.
asking. Yeah. Okay.
Could we cut off his head?
Yeah.
Irrigate him.
I mean, we could do that, but that seems
Oh my god.
quite, just quite evil.
Yeah.
What do you? I have a quick question for the party. What are you hoping to learn from this guy, out of curiosity?
Well, 1, why was he putting the helmet on? And 2, what
Well,
was
he
the
probably
demonic
was urged to do it.
force?
Like,
Wait, what was 2?
What artifact he was looking for, right? Like if he was looking for the helmet,
So
why?
Feria could answer that for you. She kind of told you already that Older was going to seek a relic to receive guidance from the gods in regards to how to help the people of El Terrell.
the hell.
Yeah.
I mean, we can
I
try
thought there were multiple relics.
So maybe
I could
the
try putting the
sword-
helm back on.
I mean, I
And
guess we do have enough stuff to, just in case you get cursed. You're gonna be
And
like
asking a specific
brain
question.
cells?
I don't know if I can ask questions. It wasn't like I didn't have a chance to speak during it, right? Donald.
No,
it
you
was all-
spoke a lot, buddy.
Right.
Yeah.
You get my
Well, he
point.
didn't speak, right? The thing spoke through him.
I feel like
right?
the answer we got was the location of the
Something
information
to help
about
the
the
people of
sword.
Tensile.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I feel like that's the information we needed. Now we need to get to it.
Do you think
Yeah.
the helmet can help us get to it? Because we still have to get down.
I don't
Could be
think so.
possible.
What ways can we get to it? I guess.
I don't know where it is.
Well, we gotta get to the birds, right?
Right, but Lou pointed to where that is on the map, but I have no frame of reference. I have no clue where.
Not up here. We gotta
I was
get
going
down
presumably
to
at
Avernus.
least on
And-
actual Avernus, yeah.
West of the river, you know that.
Yep.
West at the river.
So the river is. So we're floating in the air.
Yes.
Yes.
Got it.
Oh boy,
Um,
I'm nervous now.
Yeah, I'm me too. Yeah,
We should
we're
not
in
fall in that
Elturel.
river.
Well, we gotta go north of the river. Isn't I feel like
There is a
following it with the other
pretty.
way.
So on the map, you did see a pretty. So Lulu mentioned a landmark. You have a general idea of where it is. You know that it was about where the river starts to turn west,
Right.
right? So you have landmarks to go off
Yeah.
of if you
Yeah,
look
we
at
think
the
we-
map.
Fisty Mountain.
I feel like we follow it
Yeah.
north until it kind of goes west, and then we
Yeah.
look for this
Yeah.
mountain.
If we can get to that place, that's 100% my vote. I just didn't think we had any form of bearing to get there. If we,
I think we
if
do. We just need to get down from this.
Okay, then that is our next course of action. I believe is we should figure out how to get down. I mean,
I
I
guess
can get out by flight, but I don't know. What's my?
I mean, I guess let
Yeah.
me take a look down the hedge and see if if Eltura has moved at all.
Yeah, give me a survival check.
I'll be hovering over, and I'll just kind of nonchalant be like, "Yeah, I didn't see anything earlier."
It's
Be
hard
like,
to
"I don't
tell.
know what you're doing. You're wasting your time."
It's hard to tell, Eldrin. If it did move, it moved very little. You think though?
Yeah, it doesn't. The floor still seems pretty. We're
Yeah,
still
you're
significantly away.
estimating between 3 to 500 foot drop, somewhere in that
Yeah.
range.
So, is it? If I was to carry somebody while flying, is it my carrying capacity or my push drag lift capacity?
What carrying? If you're carrying them,
That's what I assume because I'm flying, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I can only carry about another 100 pounds, so I can't even carry one person. I don't think. I think it reduces your speed to 0 or something, right?
Lulu will chime in, and Lulu will say, "What about those giant chain things?
I guess we could.
They're really
try
big."
and
Changing.
walk down the
Mhm.
chains that are pulling this thing down.
Yeah, they attach to the ground.
Oh, do they
like
go
a
all the
gi-
way down?
Yeah, there's a giant ladder. It looked like to me.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, that's
in
not
the
a bad
picture, it
idea.
looked like they were just floating into like floating pillars.
Wow, thank you, Lulu. I don't know what we'd do without you.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm the DMPC.
What's that, Lulu?
Oh, nothing. I think the gods were speaking through me for a moment.
So you're saying that because to me those chains look.
Yeah, so
to
let
be
me explain
floating
this a
next
little
to it.
better.
Okay, yeah. Maybe
So there are stakes in the land in the upper part where you are at,
Mm-hmm.
and from those stakes, there are long chains that go all the way down to the ground. This picture is garbage.
I see.
Yeah.
I was going by the picture.
Yeah. They're like these chains. They do attach to stakes like this,
Mhm,
but those
they're,
stakes
all
are
the way
like
down.
all the way down. Yeah.
I see. Okay.
The chains are pretty thick. You don't know exactly how thick, but pretty big too, and they have spikes on them, like huge spikes, like 2 foot diameter spikes. But that's probably not a bad thing for you,
Right.
because you could probably use them as handholds.
Does it seem feasible that we could hike down them?
Hike down them?
Well, like
Like without having to climb, basically. Like, is it more of a walk?
Oh, it's definitely gonna get a little bit vertical. You probably can't straight up walk down, but the links themselves are like at their widest point. I think they're like 20 by 30 feet each link, and each portion is about 5 foot conveniently for the purposes of mapping on a map. I actually forgot that I redrew this just in case you guys decide to do this method on another map.
All right.
Curious what
Sorry.
our other methods would be
There's a lot of them.
without that
A
Lulu.
lot of them.
Without that Lulu help, I really was kind of at a loss.
Yeah, I know. That's DM intervention, boys. I'm here to help. So
Tensile jokingly says we could ask our old friend to help us down.
Oh God, no.
yeah, you could. Does everyone see the map?
Yeah, it's weird though. Like, I
oh.
can't see the whole thing. It's like the top left corner of it. I'm gonna refresh.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm zoomed all the way out too.
Okay, so the red blob is El Terrell, right?
Yeah. And there's basically these little spike thingies are located kind of everywhere around the city. And the river represents the river below, and the schism through El Terrell. They're down, guesstimate between 300 and 500 feet. They have large spikes, so you think it'd be easy to climb, kind of like a ladder. Here's a representation of what the chains kind of look like without the spikes on them. Over to the right. That's about their actual size. So to give you some perspective, I could put Derek here. Like each portion of it is about 5 feet.
Okay.
Make sense?
Okay.
I think we probably have enough rope as well to like kind of rope each other in.
That
Probably
seems
not-
like a very good idea.
Yeah, if one person falls, then the others can
Yeah.
likely.
And that is definitely something we can cantrip guidance on, so that'll help.
Yeah, absolutely.
So are we
I know there
taking-
was I know there was a fight, or like full out war happening down by the river. Is it
Yes.
possible for us to take a different chain to a less?
Absolutely. So there are, that, well, I guess you don't know. You know that it's very concentrated from what you saw from the bridges
Mhm.
in the dead center.
Okay.
Like there's most of it's happening like along the river, dead center. You haven't been able to see the other sides to know
Right.
if they are less embattled. But you know that to the north and to the south of the river, from what you could see from the torn bridges, they were less populated than the dead center. But you do know also that you do want to be on the west side of the river as well.
Right. So I would imagine would want to take one of those.
Yep.
That would be my idea, I guess.
Other things you have to consider, there is one close to where you are now, but much to Eldrin's point, it might be closer to the river. Potential risk you have to consider if you go to another one is you might run into more random encounters in El Terrell, moving through the city. So there's definitely upsides and downsides to both using this method, and you don't even have to use this method. But I made a quick map if you decided to.
What other methods do you think we have available to us?
I could potentially. I'm trying to work through, and you can see again, big brain numbers, that kind of situation.
How are you
I
doing that?
could turn myself into a bird and fly us down.
Like a big bird?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Or like a giant eagle or something like that.
Yeah.
No.
How much can a giant eagle carry?
So it has a 16 strength.
Mm-hmm.
So that is
But the
15
size
times
matters.
that.
The size matters.
It's a large. That's the
Yeah.
thing. I'm not entirely sure. I'm just going by normal carrying capacity.
Isn't there
What
like a huge eagle or a huge bird?
Not that I'm seeing.
There's
I
a
can-
there's a rock, but I don't know if you can. The CR might be too high for that.
Yeah.
Well, no, because he can go up to. Oh, but I guess rocks are pretty.
Rocks are CR11. You can't polymorph yourself into a rock.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Besides, he'd fall too fast.
Haha.
Oh, I know how we get down there. Just shove Anthony off.
why why don't we do this? If Derek would transform himself into that giant, or like that huge monkey, kind of grab us and jump down.
I see what you're saying.
Take the
Because-
damage. Don't matter.
take a beating.
It has like what?
Because he just resets.
How
so-
many hit points does he have? Like 100 and something, 200 hit points, some crazy like that.
Yeah, but how will you be handled during the fall?
Right before the fall, he pushes up slightly to.
Okay, yeah,
overcome the-
physics. I like where you're going with this. I like int 10 physics. Let's go.
No,
Let's
it's
do it,
fine.
boys. I love this.
So why don't we?
I think we just climbed down.
That's how physics
Yeah.
works.
Why don't
Oh,
we
man.
Why don't we just climb down and we know that if I fall, I've got my flight. If Derek falls, it only takes an action to cast polymorph. You're not going to fall that fast. So, as a failsafe, polymorph into the biggest bird you can and try and grab the other people.
Like one
Yeah,
of the birds
but I mean,
goes.
we're gonna be like tied together anyway, so I think we'll be fine.
Yeah.
If Edmond goes down, he's taking you with him. He's a pretty heavy dude.
Same.
If I fall off that thing, I'm immediately casting.
Well, just to give you expectations so you don't feel cheated later, when you fall like 300 feet before your next turn. You don't get like...
Oh yeah, we talked about this, actually.
Yeah. You have to have a reaction, or you would have had to have had a readied action.
I guess you can always have a ready action.
Depends on if we're making checks.
Yeah. But in general, you're absolutely right. If you're just not dashing, and you're kind of moving slowly, and just using like your movement to go down, you can absolutely take a readied action.
Oh, okay. Well, then, yeah, I would just have a ready action to where if I fell, I'd activate. So that makes sense.
I like that.
And then the only problem with that,
Derek couldn't, but
yeah, because then he'd burn the spell slot even if he didn't use it.
well, he's not that heavy. We could hold them all three of us together.
Yeah. Okay. I'm excited about this plan. I'm excited to be a part of it. Let's do it.
Oh boy.
We would theoretically have one turn in the middle of a 300-foot fall.
No, I think you dropped 300 feet.
I think it's like listed in the book. We looked it up.
Yeah,
I don't remember what the context was, but Don and I were discussing it.
Yeah, you instant like when you are falling, you drop 300 feet. That's...
I don't remember what it was. We were on Discord and we were talking about it.
To do stuff while you're falling too, but I guess if you had a ready action or a reaction, you'd be fine.
Yeah, if your readied action is to when I begin falling, your triggered action happens first. So
yeah,
you kind of avoid it.
I mean, cool. The thing where we go slower, but we like tie to the spikes as we go down, and then
pitons.
Yeah, kind of like that, but like they'll be built in because the chains have the spikes.
First person going down ties to the chain, and then the last person unties it, and then the first person ties it, so on and so forth.
Okay.
Sure, let's do this.
Cool. So, what are you guys... So, you guys are tying yourselves to each other. I know that, right?
I'm going straight into the chains now, because it's like we're about to head down into the ground level of Avernus. Do we need to get anything before we head out? Do we need to go scavenge for any shit, or are we just heading straight for it?
I can't think of anything
great
in this
question.
I can't think of anything in this city that we'll be able to scavenge for.
I mean, I guess if they have climbing gear.
Yeah, we haven't gone by any of the equipment shops that they have completely left.
I'd assume that those have been raided by people, but we can check them if we feel it's worth it.
Amongst all the townsfolk in this area, you would absolutely be able to gather some climbing supplies. You don't know how effective a hammer and pittance will be against giant steel, presumably chains. You don't know if you'll be able to hammer into it, but they have rope as you need it. So as much rope as you need, as much pittance, and there amongst them there will be, if you decide you need them, 2 grappling hooks. But easily up to 300 feet of rope. But if you're going to take it, you need to mark it on your sheet, and you need to be carrying it. And the appropriate person needs to have it. And they will offer this to you for free for helping them.
Gee, I would hope so.
Jeez, Antamila.
10 gold! Okay, good luck spending it in hell. And I'm being literal.
I mean, I guess we could also just, like, since we have that much rope, we could, like, tie it to the top.
Yeah, tie it around something.
Keep going down with it and just letting loose as we go down. So that way, if we fall, we just fall a short distance before we catch.
Sure.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I got you. Yeah, if we have theoretically infinite rope, obviously not truly infinite, but
I said
we
up
could
to
just
300 feet.
yeah, we could tie it off at the top.
And if we have to let go of it once we get far down enough, then we let go of it. Right? Like it helped us most of the way through.
Right. Yeah, that works.
Our normal standard rope should be 200. We've never lost any of that between the four of us. I mean,
I have 50. Yeah.
Yeah, but if we can get more, that way we don't have to use our rope.
Yeah.
exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Rope is always useful.
So
Yeah,
we can.
So,
the
sorry,
sure
I'm
you-
saying your idea is reasonable.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just make sure you put it on your sheets.
Can you carry that, Edmond?
Rope gets kind of heavy, that's why I'm mentioning it.
Yeah. Let's
Weight
see.
is
I mean, I can
500.
put it in the bag of holding. So
It's 10 pounds for 50 feet. You say you could hold another 100 pounds?
Oh,
So you can hold plenty.
Right.
So I guess just make sure to add enough rope.
Yeah, I'll throw.
I could carry it and still be fine.
300 feet. Hempen rope.
It'll be 60 pounds of rope.
It's in my bag of holding.
Never mind.
Hmm?
Nope, never mind.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So you've got your rope as you need it. You've got optional climbing supplies that were mentioned.
We have rations.
Do you have rations?
Oh yeah.
I have my normal one.
They will not offer you rations.
Right.
I have 10 rations.
Okay, yeah, you have whatever's on your character sheet, and it might become relevant.
Maybe along the way.
It'll be fine if we run out of rations.
Okay.
It'll be fine if we run out of water, though.
No, that won't be fine. Let's try not to run out of otter. It's a very, very, very rare meat. You know how hard it is to get otter down here? God.
Yikes. Yikes, boys.
We'll put on Taxidor.
Okay. Do you guys want to go down this one, or you guys want to go down one of the ones in the west?
I want to go down the closest.
The closest ones, is that going to take us to the river? Down there?
I feel like it is.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't the river where the big giant blood war's happening?
So again, you haven't seen to the west, so you
Right.
don't know how far it goes, but you do know that most of it seemed to be centralized when you were looking from the torn bridges. There was a little bit to the north and a little bit to the south. But almost all of it was in the middle where none of the chains are going. So
Let's go to
Gotcha.
the one maybe over here.
Well, if
but
it's not directly below us, I agree with Derek. We should just go down this one.
yeah, you could always look.
Yeah,
Let's
I just feel
look.
like we could go down over there and look.
Well,
That's
If
more
it-
of El Terrell we have to
Yeah,
than Cityscape
Guys,
again.
Yeah,
but
it's
I feel
only
like-
about 30 feet away. It's fine. Come on.
Yeah, I feel like I'm more confident of us going through the city in a more stealthy way than that in the open, because we won't be able to go through the center. Right, we have to go this way anyways.
fair enough. Let's do it.
That is true. That is true. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So the party begins to travel through El Terrell. Let me open back up this map. And their goal is to the northwestern pillar.
Mm-hmm.
Or north,
western?
middle, western, west, northwest.
We'll look over there and we'll see how it looks on there.
Okay, give me just a second. I need to make some rolls.
I mean, we will be stealthing and I will casting Pass Without Trace.
Okay, and
The city
what's
we
are you
following
going at a
open
slow
as per
pace?
usual.
At a stealth pace while using my
So there's
Secrets.
slow, normal, and fast. Slow gives you advantage on perception checks, but you move more slowly. Normal is normal speed, no advantage on perception checks. And then high speed is disadvantage on perception checks, but you move faster.
I vote for normal or slow, one of the two, not fast.
Let's go
Slow.
normal.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, everyone has different. Eldrin, what's your vote?
We'll just split it in the middle, and we'll just say normal, but
Yeah.
we'll use the city secrets.
Yeah, because you still go faster through urban areas.
Right.
Alright, give me just a second. I need to look at the table.
Do you want us to do the stealth check?
Yeah.
29, actually. Oh, no, sorry. 22. Because of disadvantage.
Yeah.
Still not bad, though. We passed without a trace.
Let me go ahead and trace.
Okay. We could actually disregard the stealth checks, as you will have no encounters on your way towards the pillar.
Nice.
That's
You.
not suspicious at all. But okay, cool.
No, you see stuff flying through the air, but it's devils fighting demons like midair. You're able with your stealth checks. I don't even need to roll it because nothing can beat you with pass without a trace passively, based on the fact that these guys are moving and chasing things. It's completely irrelevant. You're able to get through the city streets just fine. The western side of the bridge, you've noticed, and I mentioned this before, everything to the west of the bridge has been less populous of devils compared to the eastern side. You suspect it's because a lot of the devils were occupied in the siege of the High Hall, or otherwise occupied with demons. It's definitely not, like, completely dead over here, but compared to the east side, west side is the best side. So, you make it over, and looking down, who's gonna look down? How close to the edge do you get? Am I just doing DM paranoia?
I don't like that question. I'll look down.
I would probably look down.
Okay. Elder gets right next to the edge. A strong gust of wind doesn't happen, and he's able to look over without any issues. And you definitely see signs of battle below. It's not particularly like it's about to give you some perspective. It's about the same to the north or south anyway. Looking over the west edge, it's relatively light. There's stuff flying around all over the place. But there's definitely stuff down there. Not directly next to where the stake is in the ground. And this is the first time you're actually seeing one of these, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a giant metal spike just literally lodged in the ground with this chain hooked to it. And it just seems to be... You can't tell how deep it goes, obviously, because it's in the ground, but it's kind of in there. There's like cracks around it and stuff like that.
Cool.
And despite this picture, the chains are actually really taut.
Right.
Like they're like tight. They're not like drooping like this. I'm wondering if this picture is simply like when El Terrell actually first came to Avernus, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Because these would be accurate if the stakes were like all the way down almost. Which would make a lot more sense to me.
Mm.
But yeah, these are all loose. The chains are definitely not loose like this. It's taut and like straight, like a straight diagonal line. It's pretty steep down to the place.
Well, I mean, I'll say let's go down while my pass without trace is still on us.
Let's do it.
It should help cover our descent.
All right.
Okay, so are you going to make stealth checks while climbing? Just curious.
Well, I mean, not really. I think
Okay.
we'll be climbing down, not...
Because I know some people wanted to reserve actions potentially.
Yeah, I don't think we're necessarily doing extra actions to keep stealthing or hiding.
Yeah, I guess it'll depend on circumstances.
Or yeah. I mean,
Changing.
we'll try to
perhaps.
be. We'll try not to be. Yeah, we'll try to be generally, not noisy and be yelling and shit, right? So I guess that's the stealthy that I mean.
All right. Is there any actions you're taking before climbing down this thing?
tying off the rope somewhere.
All right, so you have a rope, a 50-foot hempen rope, and you're tying it to the stake.
Probably the stake, I would guess.
I
Okay.
assume we're pre-tying, several lengths of 50-foot rope together, right?
Okay, who's
Yeah.
tying it?
One of the stronger people
I'm
that can actually
guessing
make good knots. Or
Eldrin
one of it
would
skilled.
probably be more familiar with that kind of stuff.
Man, I was really looking for Antamila to step up here with her ship experience stuff.
Oh, she does have ship experience.
It's ruined now, though. Go ahead
No,
and give me that roll.
Well, it's probably survival, right? I mean, you could argue for something else with Anthemilla, maybe, but
Like, I'm not great at survival rolls.
I was assuming survival.
but you probably could have made a different check.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
it'd be one of those, I don't know what Donald was thinking, but
Probably a lot lower of a DC.
yeah, at least that.
All right, so survival.
Yeah.
No, survival.
Hold on, let me. Never mind, you crit. Well, technically not crit.
Yeah, Eldrin, you've set traps before, snares and stuff like that in the forest for catching game. Tying rope, no problem, especially rope this plentiful. You could even be a little sloppy with your knots if you wanted to. You have a lot of extra leeway. Kind of give it an appropriate tie. You're giving it several tugs. You have Edmond give it a tug with all of his strength with his gloves. And it seems to hold really firm. So, and the tensile strength of the hempen rope is pretty good too. So you're pretty confident if someone fell, it's not just going to snap or anything like that.
And so that was that both for tying several lengths of the rope together and tying it all?
That's for as much as you want to tie together.
Cool.
So,
and then I guess
are you doing 300 feet, I presume?
Yes.
Yes, and then tie it off, and then at whatever intervals that people think are best, we'll basically wrap it around or tie it off to ourselves in whatever order we're going to go down.
Should I ask I'm going to ask the question. What is the expectation if you have yourself tied to this and you fall?
That everyone else keeps you from falling to your death.
So to me, as the person at the bottom would have a knot that we would let off as we go down, so that if somebody falls, we catch to that point.
Gotcha. So you're gonna kind of be trying to hold on to this rope while climbing down.
Yeah, I mean having a knot that we can let off more and more as we go down. So maybe let go 20 feet, go down 20 feet, and then. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm just curious to know how you're kind of holding and letting the rope down while you're kind of holding on and climbing things.
We wouldn't have to hold on to the...
Well, I thought someone said catching the rope as the person falls.
No.
If that happened, obviously.
I was talking about if we tied it to ourselves.
Well, I assume are you guys all tying it at... I think Edmond said that in regards to tying at regular intervals. Is everyone doing that as a start?
It's probably going to be a separate rope that we're tying to ourselves in the actual main rope. The main rope's the one we're using to get down. The separate rope we're keeping ourselves secured to each other, and probably using that as a secure rope to... we're trying to go down, using the rope as... I can't remember what the hell it's called, but basically you loop it around, I guess, with the part of the chain if we're going down. We just kind of let it go. And then the person up top can let it go all the way, while the person below is actually ripping it and slowly pulling it down while they're climbing down, which they're using that basically as the way they're climbing down. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, I kind of get it. Okay. So if we do it that way, is the longest end of the primary rope just going to be dropped all the way down? Since you're using the secondary rope to kind of effectively handle the descent of the first person? So you have...
Could we have a thing where the rope, it's in the bag of holding, and as we climb down, more of the rope comes out?
You could do that. If you tested it, you could absolutely have some of the rope hanging out of the bag of holding, and dispensed as length is needed. You could do that.
Yeah, so I guess that's kind of what I'm thinking. The person at the bottom would have the rest of the rope instead of it dangling down 300
Yeah,
feet.
because otherwise, what's the point of having it if it's just dangling down?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to understand. Like, I
Yeah.
get the idea of what Maurice was describing, I think, but I didn't understand why with the secondary rope that everyone was using the point of it.
Yeah, so let's maybe describe my idea a little better. So
wait,
we
let's
would,
draw it, boys. You
Yeah.
could draw too.
yes.
So let's draw this hypothetical situation out.
All right, so we have
Illustrate
the
it for
rope.
the crowd.
Yeah,
Give
so
me a
we have
second, I'm gonna get the chain.
we have the spike at the top. Oh, okay, we can do it that way too. But my idea was we have this chain that goes at the bottom. It's in a different spike, right? And then we have our rope, which we attach to the top. And as we go down at maybe 50-foot intervals or something, we will tie it to the chain and then keep going down. And then tie it to the chain and then keep going down.
Okay, got it.
And that way if we fall,
you're only falling the distance of since the last time it was tied.
Correct. Yeah, we're not swinging.
And you're not even actually hitting anything on the ground. You would just be swinging in the air.
Exactly.
Or into a spike on the chain. One of those things.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, cool. I get this. I get this plan. Is everyone on board with this?
So are we just holding on to that rope for those intervals, or are we tying it around ourselves?
We could probably tie it around ourselves, right?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't think you would tie it around yourself like a knot. You would have like a loop that would go down. Does that make sense?
No.
What are you looping it around on yourself?
What I'm trying to figure out here is if
I was guessing harnesses that we got for climbing gear.
Did you get harnesses for climbing gear?
I definitely didn't write anything like that.
I guess that's what I was asking, if we got climbing gear.
And then
So
there's plenty of climbing gear
by the equipment shop because.
Yeah, I specifically told you guys the things that they offer to you at the place.
Do we have belts or something like that? I don't know.
I'll say your standard clothes have belts on them. Absolutely.
Like it's something in our armor or something that we could.
Yeah, if you're just talking about like belts attached to your waist or something like that, absolutely.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I just want something where if this person falls down like that, then the rope, these other people can keep them from falling. And if us holding on to it relies on this person making a check to hold on to the rope, whereas if it is tied to us, it revolves around 3 people making a check to save 1 person. Does that make sense?
It's tied to like our belts.
Yeah, I just said
I
said wrapped around because Kenny has no idea how this works. Edmond has no idea how this works. Like in character, out of character, no fucking clue.
Well, still hard to lasso a rope around somebody. Like you could just tie it around their chest, their waist.
Conceptually, Edmond would feel safer about this for everyone if there was some method of if one person fell, the other people can try to keep them from falling.
I think that's the idea.
Well, so keep in mind that if you're wanting someone to catch somebody, that's a reaction, right? So you'd have to have a ready action to be like, I'm gonna try. If someone falls, I'm gonna catch them. There's a lot of stuff you guys are trying to prepare for. It's not gonna be for free.
No.
The only thing we
do on this one is basically if somebody loses their grip, that person they fell off because they failed the check. The rest of us then can make another check because we're all connected to the same rope. So we just pull tight until they can get a grip.
Well, that's the thing. If you're ready to do that, absolutely, you could be ready to grab the rope.
The only thing we're giving up is me doing my radiant soul, which I'm fine with. I can give that up.
I mean, we also have
moving fast or tying knots. Like you just have to take your time potentially going down this thing.
Yeah, we got to take our time going down, and if we just do that, the worst case scenario is that we'll be dangling by 50 feet or 20 feet or 30 feet, whatever we decide the intervals.
Yeah, but we won't fall to our deaths.
Correct, because you're going to be based on where you tied off last. you would just
And-
kind of
Yeah,
dangle.
that
And then
works.
the rest of the people can probably pull the person in closer to the
Yeah.
chain for them to
That
go.
Edmund just doesn't want another one of his friends to fall into their deaths and die.
Poor Edmund.
That, yeah.
And
So
the
I
good
think- I
news too is if you're just dangling, you don't necessarily need help from your friends.
He's
'cause you can
slightly
just kind of
paranoid.
grab onto the chain. Like
Right.
You
it's,
notice following Eldrin in a stealth mission.
I think we take our proper precautions and then start doing checks to go down.
all right. So the proper precautions is everyone's looping a belt. You're
Yeah.
tying it off at various intervals of about 20 feet. So the furthest a person will dangle is the lead person. Would probably not dangle at all, actually, because there's 4 of you.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So if you're all like kind of close, remaining within 5 feet of each other, only the worst thing that could possibly happen, I say worst, but it's not even necessarily a bad thing, is the very person at the top falls 20 feet.
Right.
And then they're dangling there.
Doesn't
That's the
seem too
gist of it. And then, but as you go down another 20 feet or so, you're going to tie the rope again, and you have plenty of rope to do this sort of thing in your bag of holding. Maybe knot it to your existing rope, and just keep going down. That's the idea.
I think so.
Okay, let's start off with the simple first check. I'd like for everybody to give me an athletics check. The DC is 10.
acrobatics or
No, athletics. I'm not one of those DMs that lets you climb with acrobatics. That doesn't even make any sense.
I feel like it's
If
the
you're
best
trying to
response.
Mario up a wall, like parkour style, maybe.
What
But
about like circus acts?
wait, what?
Circus acts, they use acrobatics.
Yeah, but that's not climbing up a wall.
I feel like being dexterous means that you can climb well, but maybe that's
Yeah. But it's not.
Climbing is one of the worst rules in D&D.
It's
maybe
not.
that's-
It's climbing
maybe
is not hard.
I know. In,
I mean,
I know. In,
In
in-
athletics, it says climbing.
I mean,
Yeah,
you say
It
that.
literally says
no,
it
it
in
makes
the skill.
sense.
Just-
No, that
Thank
makes
you,
sense. I
Alex. I
just-
love you so much.
I'm just saying, in general, to me, it sounds like
Edmund
dexterous.
Law!
Yeah, you say it's not hard, and then Edmund rolls a nat 1 with a crit 4 on his guidance and gets a 9 on a 10 DC.
Alright, we're starting off strong. Alright, so what's the marching order, though? I do want to know that. Who's like the vanguard of this climb
Edmund will
down?
go wherever he's told. He's in heavy ass armor.
it makes sense for Edmond to be the lowest because that way his momentum of falling won't hurt us as bad.
Sure.
That makes sense.
That's fine.
Edmund at the very bottom.
So starting off right away, Edmund kind of grips onto this thing. He looks a little nervous, but he's got the rope tied around him. And he falls immediately. He just fucking falls. And then 20 feet he drops. And he's just kind of suspending there. The rope seems fine. What do you guys do?
Can he just grab the chain? Is he close enough to grab the chain?
It's up to you, Edmund or team. What do you guys want to do? Yeah, he's right against the chain though, if that's what you're asking. Like
Yeah,
he could easily just kind of be like,
Yeah, just grab the chain.
Yeah,
all right. How did
That-
everyone else do?
that wasn't fun.
Derek, did you?
Okay,
All right.
out of sheer curiosity, what is your max carrying capacity, Edmund? What's your max like?
I can carry like another 100 pounds.
No, I mean, what's your max carrying capacity? All together, you can carry at max before
Like 285.
285.
285.
Good to know. Okay.
Okay. So you start. Who's second? I'm gonna assume Antamila based on the same
Yeah.
weight / momentum
Yeah.
thing.
Probably Antamila and then me, then Derek at the top.
Cool. All right. So Antamila, you begin your descent, and you're able to climb down this. You're starting your descent a little bit. You guys are down 15 feet because you climb at half speed. You're just starting off your long and arduous journey, and it's fine. You're able to make it down just fine. 15 feet. Eldrin, the same happens for you. Hey, you've been up in trees before. This is nothing. This is like giant thorns sticking off the side. No big deal. All right, Derek then falls. Same situation as Edmond. He kind of bops along the side, narrowly dodging a spike on the chain, but it doesn't hurt him. And you're able to grasp onto the side as well, Derek. Alright. So, this continues. You guys kind of enact your plan. And you're about a quarter ways down the chain now. So, like, maybe about, like, let's just say a third, actually. You're about 100 feet down. And the chain starts to shake violently. I'd like for everyone to give me an athletics. Actually, for this one, I will allow acrobatics as well. This one makes sense. Try to, like, quickly wrap your legs around it, kind of hang off. The chain is shaking violently.
I'm going to assume for this one I don't have time for guidance because it's so sudden.
Yeah, it's a sudden occurrence. You guys are going slow.
Woo, man, I am rolling them ones.
It's good to get them out of the way.
The second that one, man.
Alright, similar situation. Edmond just kind of drops. Like, the chain shakes, he drops. And I'm going to roll.
If I were meant to be in the air like this, then God would have given me wings. Oh, wait.
You want me to not roll a 1, Kenny?
Okay.
You're good. You're good. You dodge a spike by a while, because I'm going to start rolling for spike situations if they occur. Or smashing into the spikes while dangling. You're good. You're fine. You kind of grab back on. I hate this. I hate this so much.
I really do.
All right.
I'm not a fan of this particular setup.
Now, so you're about 100 feet down, and you're climbing about 15 feet around, because you climb at half speed. So we're at about, like, 8 or 9 rounds now. And you notice something interesting. Your hands start to burn hot. Give me just a second. I have to look at the DC that it has for this. Where are you, DC list? It might not be a check, it might be based on contact. 3? As the strange material that this chain is made from seems to be burning you. Everyone give me a DC 10 Constitution saving throw, please.
Everyone should be within my aura, I think.
Nope, you're at the front, so the last person will not get your aura, which is Derek.
Oh, wait, Derek's not. Oh.
Yeah, he's not.
Okay. Constitution, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Well, if that's the case, then I'm going to make it a 12 with my favorite by the gods.
You will avoid some of this. Everyone that successfully saved will take 2 necrotic damage. I said burns, but it's actually dark energy coming from these chains. And you can actually kind of visibly see it. The longer you seem to be remaining in contact with these chains, it seems to be made of some sort of dangerous material. You would recognize it potentially as the same material that the weird glaive was made from, that the bearded devils had. It seems to be some, like, you don't have time to really investigate this much, but so 2 damage for everyone that saved, and if you did not save, you will take 5 damage, and then necrotic damage.
What was the DC?
Oh, 10.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I think no one took it then. We're good.
We're good.
Oh no, Derek. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, everyone's good. So you only take 2 damage. Nobody starts to slip and fall.
Edmond takes 1.
Yeah, because of resistances.
He's like, what was that?
Degrees of ow. Ow!
I catch a splinter or something? What's going on?
Keep on going.
Yeah, so you kind of notice this. Give me just a second, guys. Oh my god, are you guys... I'm going to move you to a map in a second. Ree! Oh, there you are. Alright, so... Edmond... Zamila... Aldrin... And Lulu's flying down near you. Rhea did not come with you, by the way.
Nah, yeah.
No.
She's staying back to defend her people. Okay. You kind of notice this painful situation. Give me just a second. We're about to move maps, boys. Something's about to happen. And at this point, you're about 150 feet down. 150 feet. You think you're about halfway there. But then, suddenly, you notice some flying creatures heading towards you while you're on the rope. And I'm gonna play the scary music and move you to a new map. See several spined devils flying towards the party. They're kind of far out, but they're heading in your direction. I'm gonna shift ping you so you can see where you are at. And I would like for everybody to roll for initiative.
That's a lot of spawn devils.
Oh, wait, hold on. Can I roll for initiative? Let's see. There we go. Select my dang tough. I don't know where I'm at.
In the distance, down far below, actually on the other side of the river, you could see a very large creature pointing a huge glaive at you. It's big enough to where you would recognize it. Well, actually, give me a religion check.
Family now, religion.
There's so many.
And religion has failed me. By the way, that is the third double I have rolled tonight.
Rip, let's go to jail, Monopoly. So, you don't want that.
That is very strange.
Avernus jail?
What?
I said Avernus jail? That doesn't sound good.
Yeah. It's probably one of the worst jails. Alright, let's sort did everyone roll in? Oh, I have to add Lulu. Lulu will probably be very useful during this combat.
Probably. She usually
Lulu
is.
flies. Unless she gets knocked out, which would be really bad because that's basically instant death for her. This high up. Lulu is roll initiative. Alright, let's roll this descending. Alright. Spined devil screeches towards the party. What's the range on this thing? 2080. Yeah, he will shoot some spines at Lulu with disadvantage. Miss. Miss. Hold on, I have to actually keep track of their spines because they have a limited number. It's weird. It's easy to track in Roll20 though. Okay. Eldrin, you're mid-climb, and you've been seeing devils flying around,
Mm-hmm.
and they've been mostly ignoring you, but suddenly, like, a group has kind of diverted their attention from the battle going on below, as this large creature with a helmet on is pointing a glaive at your group. What do you want to do?
Can I kind of climb to the inside of the chain?
Yeah.
Prop myself up so I can use my hand.
Yeah, I'd like for you to give me an acrobatics check to see how well you can kind of balance yourself in that inner spot. But absolutely. Yeah, you're able to get in there just fine, and you're able to stand between the length of this chain.
Alright, I will do that.
Go ahead and move yourself down
Yeah,
on top of it.
just like here, is that?
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, you're standing right on it. Sorry, this is different than normal views because it's kind of like it's like a platformer plane.
Yeah.
So consider it like you're playing Mega Man right now or something like that.
Right. Is there any way that I could go towards the back of it and try to hide from some of these things, or I don't know how the line of sight views.
You could certainly try, and it would be normal rules, but you have to consider that these things are probably gonna... Like, if you're trying to do it now just to hide from this thing to have advantage, it won't be a problem. You have plenty of movement to do that. But in general, like, it's going to be hard because they can kind of swoop around very easily. But
so
yeah.
I would do that.
Yeah. Give me a stealth check. Yeah, you're pretty confident. You kind of swooped down deftly from it.
Okay. So yeah,
Just recall, you're tethered to the person that's above you by 5 feet of rope. Derek, you kind of start to feel a little dragged.
Yeah, I won't go too far.
Yeah. It's fine right now, but just remember that if you guys can't separate too much.
Yeah. So I guess I'll pop out and start shooting some of these things.
Yeah.
So I'll start with this one.
Okay. That's a hit.
22. So I'll do a sneak attack on that.
Yeah. Ooh, 22 damage. You kill it.
Nice.
Falls out of the sky.
Oh my god, that's a lot of this guy.
Alright, let's do that 30 more times, Seldrin.
Yeah, alright. So
it's a lot of them.
I'll go.
A lot of them are pretty far away, though.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, I forgot I have to keep track of something. I have to keep track of the amount of rounds you guys go through for the burning. This is turn 1.
Last time you said it was our hands. If we're not grabbing onto it with our hands.
I specifically mentioned it, but if you're touching it at all, it's gonna hurt you.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not fire damage, it's like necrotic energy.
Yeah, it's like leeching from...
Even if you're standing on it, it's going to affect you probably.
So I'm going to guess the 23 hits.
23 definitely hits.
That's the 22, sorry.
Oh, 22 hits? Which one did you attack?
It was this one, I think.
Yeah, it dies from 23 piercing damage.
Okay. Yep, I think that's my turn.
Okay. Spine Devil shrieks and starts flying towards you. Sorry, this is a really big map, guys.
You're going there.
Yeah. Derek, it's your turn. You're kind of being tugged down by Eldrin a little bit. Like a lot, actually. The rope is really taut between you two. Or taut, sorry.
Okay, hopefully.
This is why I wanted to get all the specifics from you guys in advance.
Yeah, and I'm still not even quite sure I understand. So, am I the way that we've tied off all our separation points, can I effectively use, like, my portion to let go and hang with my body weight.
If you let go, you would drop about 20 feet. I'm just going to say that you recently tied off. And so you would drop 20 feet straight down, so you'd be right below Edmond. You absolutely don't need to be holding on. You've demonstrated that the rope was able to be held. You don't know if there's any other ramifications to that. But in general, you feel like you could just let go and leave your fate to the rope.
Can I climb down the 20 feet?
You can only climb 15 feet unless you dash.
15. Okay. So pretty much the reason what I'm trying to get at is I need both of my hands. So the moment I do that, I'm letting go. So I want to try to just minimize the amount of fall that I'm doing.
Yeah, sure. So how are you going to do it?
I guess I'm trying to see 15 feet and then drop the last and just kind of like rappel. So ideally, if everything works out, my feet are up against, after I've fallen, that distance, my feet are up against it, and I'm just kind of like leaning back to keep myself taut now.
Okay, sure. Put yourself where you want to be doing that. So you climb down 15, drop the last 5, and kind of brace yourself against the chain.
Yeah, and I guess I'd be on a side, we'll call it the eastern side.
Okay, and you still have only a 5-foot gap between you and Eldrin, so that's fine. Rope is getting a little weird.
Oh my God.
It's fine for now. It's getting a little weird. But yeah, you're able to do that just fine. If you're just kind of laying flat against it with your feet there bracing, you could do that no problem.
Now the rest of them.
Well, it kind of sucks, but I don't know what else to do. So then with that, I'm going to maybe... Nope. Well, I have visibility, I'm effectively on the opposite side of...
You are, but you can kind of lean around it. I'm treating it as though you can see things on both sides, because you kind of have a little bit of rappel. Think of it cinematically. You kind of bounce off the rope a little bit, shoot the firebolt, and kind of land back where you were, or whatever spell you're casting. It's hard to do 3D in Roll20.
Yep. Alright, in that case, I'm going to Toll the Dead on the one to my left.
Yeah.
It's within range.
Okay.
It will be a 15 whiz.
Okay.
Oh, that's the wrong amount of damage, though.
Okay.
Because it has not taken any hits, right?
That one has not, no.
So it would only be 10 if it fails.
And it's whiz.
Oh,
He makes it.
Okay, well, nothing happens.
Okay. You done?
I suppose I am, yes.
Alright. Several spined devils fly towards you. Shriek! Sorry, it's so hard because I have to use my finger. There we go. Does one keep moving or shoot? This one will shoot at you twice with tail spines, Derek, with disadvantage.
I think I can try to flare the first one.
He already has disadvantage.
Oh,
so...
he's with disadvantage. Okay, sorry, never mind.
You impose a super disadvantage.
Oh no! All of it.
The first one's actually gonna hit.
Okay.
Second one, what's your AC?
17.
Oh, okay. So both of these hit with disadvantage, actually. First one was double 23s, and then the other one was 21-17. You rolled like a god. And you take 9 piercing damage and 7 fire damage. These flaming tail spines fly towards you. And since you're not holding on to anything, I don't need you to make a dex check to stay up. You're doing good. Alright, next one. He's gonna fly the full 80. Okay. This is the encounter you guys voted on, by the way.
Oh.
Before, in the normal one, they have you fight them off the rope at the very bottom.
What? Oh, this is at the very bottom, supposedly?
Yeah. I'm making you guys fight it on the rope.
Some epic shit.
Yeah.
Ooh,
This
speaking.
end of chapter
Do
fight.
we have some battle music?
Wait, you don't
going.
hear it? It's
Well-
going.
Yeah, it's
I have it
fine.
muted, but it's playing.
I put on the epic battle music. It's newness.
Oh.
I
No,
I only have it muted because it plays through, and then I think you guys can hear it through my mic.
Oh well, that's on me. Never mind.
I feel bad because I did. Thank you so much, whoever's marking that. Makes
Yeah,
my life
I
so much
figure,
easier.
I figure it was hard to see.
It's a really big. Well, it'll be a lot easier when I can zoom in. Oh, I heard the music for somebody.
It was me. I unmuted it for a second, just to make sure it's actually playing.
Alright, this one might actually be... Nope, still disadvantage range. He will shoot at you twice with disadvantage, Derek. Miss.
Which I can't.
Sorry, I have to mark off their spines, because I am going to keep track of that for you guys. This is a fight where that might actually be really relevant. Normally I don't expect them to survive that long. This one... Do the same. Two tail spines at you again, Derek. Miss. Alright. Now we're starting to get more of these guys on the map. Alright, he flies really quick. This one will do the same. Alright, Lulu kind of looks around nervous. And she says, what do you want me to do? We're in trouble! And she'll fly over here and use her Trumpet of Sparkles on these two. Mambo number 5!
It never gets old for me.
A trophy!
Every time you say she uses that attack, it's all I can think of.
Okay, now I need to save. What's the saving throw? Con? DC 14.
Come.
Alright, they both save. We're gonna take 9 each.
Yeah, lose a piece.
She sees you're in very big trouble right now.
Literally and figuratively.
Haha. On to Mila. This looks precarious as fuck.
Yeah, that's a... yeah, that's what it looks like. Alright, so... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. People who
7,
have
8, 9, 10,
ones
11,
that actually
12.
can do attacks. So, I'm sorry, Edmond, but yours is not an attack. Elian, Derek, and me have bless.
No.
Hashtag bless.
Hashtag bless, guys.
Rip, that I was doing my turn.
And that's our cantrip. So that will be. I want to kind of put myself in front of Derek if I can do that, but I don't think I can.
He's kind of like dangling on the side-ish a little bit.
Is he dangling?
Yeah, he's dangling right now. Like he's braced against the
Purpose
side.
control.
It's a controlled dangle.
Oh, okay. I was like, if he's dangling, I can just like kind of pull him and move him out of the way of those attacks, maybe. But yeah, that's it. And haven't thought of that. That's my action. Bonus action, can't do anything else. Okay. Can't cast
Did
it.
you-
All right. That's
Did
it.
you bless yourself as well?
Yes. I'm
Oh.
doing that with the little thing because it. Yeah.
Edmond.
Use attacks at range.
It is
Alex
your
and
turn.
me are using that wing halo thing.
Wing, wing, wing. Yep.
Wait, what?
The little wing guy.
Your turn,
talking about?
Edmond. They're marking themselves with bless. It's your turn.
Oh, got it. Yeah, I'm going to so actually, question. So this is Anthamil is not on the inside of this ring, is she? The spiked ring right here.
Are you on Tamila?
I guess I would be on the
You
inside
could be.
with her.
If you're standing, actually, then I need you to give me an acrobatics check.
My question is, can I get inside of that?
No, not if they're occupying it. So
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to
on
figure out.
Tamila, if you're on the inside trying to stand up of that ring and not climbing on the outside, give me a acrobatics check. You're trying to remain
Well,
standing. I wasn't
Okay,
sure
I
if
guess
you're.
I was gonna be on the outside because I didn't say I was on
Okay,
the inside.
that's fine.
Because it didn't say beforehand. So I guess if you want to get in there, go for it. But yeah, I would have been a smart idea.
That's what Eldridge did. He's like, I'm gonna stand on.
I'm on the outside. Woo!
Okay. So yeah, if I can get in there to be
Yeah.
standing, I would like to try to do that.
Yeah, give me an acrobatics check.
Oh dear lord.
Yeah, the struggle of trying to balance yourself.
Nope.
Yeah, so you're gonna actually not do that, and you're gonna fall
Oh, fantastic.
from the highest point where the party was. So just down here, and there's no spikes there, so you're good.
Okay. Then I was going to cast Bless, but that's done already. So I will. Is it a free interaction to take my shield out? Because it wouldn't be on me right now.
Yeah, it is.
Sure, I'll take my shield out as a free interaction.
Now, if you want to equip it, it's an action, though.
Oh, then never mind. I'm not gonna bother with that.
Okay, that's cool.
So for note, my AC is currently 20. Right? I think 20. I'll have to check. Nope, it's actually less than that. It's 19 because it's a
Okay.
+1. I'm just gonna cast Sacred Flame
Okay, on which one?
at this one.
Okay.
So DC 14 Dex save.
Can you?
Wait, what do you mean? Can I?
I guess what's happening. Never mind.
The
Yeah,
what?
why did you need both hands to cast the spell? Is what I was wondering in the first place. Like I use one hand to cast the spell.
Even if you did, I'm hanging by a rope.
Yeah, you're dangling right now, but it's fine. He makes the save.
Damn it.
Damn it.
Alright, that's my turn.
Okay. Some more bad guy block. Oh, poor Lulu. And this is where it ends for Lulu, the main character of the story.
I'm fairly useless in this combat.
That's okay. It's not like you have angel wings or anything.
I thought about it, but
Okay. He's gonna shoot tail spines at Lulu. Hits. Hits. Oh, Lulu.
Are they at advantage or disadvantage?
They are not at disadvantage. They are close enough.
Ah.
Eight.
These ones are not at disadvantage.
Wait, what?
this point, making sure that they're not at disadvantage.
Oh yeah,
hitting Lulu.
yeah. They actually would have missed one if they were. All right, Lulu takes 13 damage, and trumpets in pain. This one's turning all the way over here. Move its full distance. Wait, I lost that. There we go. Scream. Alright, some down here. It's the furthest away guy. I'll move to the bottom left of that guy. Other far away guy. Alright, and then one that's on the map. This one's gonna move closer and attack Eldrin. Eldrin, Tailspine's coming at you, buddy.
Alright.
Hits. What's your AC?
19.
Miss on the second. Very close, though. First one hits you for 3 piercing and 1 fire damage.
4 damage.
And since you are successfully standing on the inside and not climbing, you do not need to make a dex check. Since you are carefully positioned within the inner parts of this ring. It is your turn, Eldrin.
Alright. Which one's the one that just shot me? This one?
Yes.
And this ones are hurt, right?
Yes, they were both hurt by Lulu's trumpet blast. At least a little bit.
Okay. I will Hunter's mark the top one.
Okay.
Then we'll ignore those numbers.
Yep.
I'm gonna start attacking it without sharpshooter. Right.
Hits.
That will be a sneak attack and Hunter's mark.
It dies.
Cool. I will attack this one now.
Okay.
Sharpshooter. Move my blast. 15
Hit. For 20?
or 20.
Okay. Anything else?
I will yell to Lulu to come to me
Okay.
and tell Derek this might need to be the time we pull it out again.
Okay.
You mean my dick?
Yeah.
Yee boy. This one will fly up and attack the guy that killed his friend. They used to eat demons together on Tuesdays. And you just tried to kill him. He's going to take his vengeance out on you. With 2 more tailspines. Miss. Hits! For 4 piercing and 6 fire, so 10 total.
I will absorb elements the fire.
Okay, so a total of 7 damage is taken. Alright. Derek, it is your turn.
Clearly understanding what Eldrin, he's picking up what he's throwing down. Going to get some fairy fire. No, I'm just kidding.
I actually didn't know what it was until I thought about it for a little bit.
I'm going to cast haste on Eldrin.
Okay. That's not what I thought it was actually upon reevaluation. I thought he was going to turn into a giant monkey and destroy the rope and do some crazy
Banana
stuff.
It's just like Donkey Kong, throw myself off the edge and take everybody with me.
I'd probably give you some cinematic check if you
Like,
Sudoku.
like take this one down or something.
Yeah, like just...
Actually,
Start
I'm
hopping
thinking
off
that
of them.
Baldur
They're-
especially does that.
Oh, the ground pound. Yeah, true.
Yeah. Okay, so I definitely do that,
Okay.
and
Can you post it so I remember?
yes. And Anthamilla is inside, in between.
No, I'm crawling. I'm
On the outside of the chain.
Okay, she's on the outside. Then I would like to try to use my movement to get on the inside,
Yeah.
kind of on the other side of her, I guess.
I'll just assume you're on the inside, but move yourself up one. And if you're trying to keep yourself standing, give me an acrobatics check.
All right.
Yeah, you're able to hold yourself up in the middle of those chains just fine.
Cool. That will be my turn.
Okay. Bad guy block. This one is in range of Lulu. We'll move up more and attack Lulu. Tailspine. Miss. Ooh, that would have been a really bad hit. Hits for 9.
Lulu, no.
Yeah, Lulu's bloodied right now. This one will move up and attack Edmond. Shooting tailspines at him. Missing a hit. Edmond, you take 6 piercing damage. And I am accounting for your resistance here. 2 fire damage. So 8 total. Alright. You got that, Edmund?
Yep. I was on mute, but I got it.
Cool. This guy's turn. We'll move here. Diagonal left of his friend. And he will shoot tail spines at Eldrin. Boom, 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 pow. Boom, 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 pow. This is good final battle of the chapter music, in my opinion. Hits. Eldrin.
AC 21, by the way.
Oh! Haste increases your AC?
Yes.
Holy crap! You were so lucky. Those are both misses. He hit 20 on both.
Nice.
Holy crap, dude. I'm glad you said something.
Hashtag
Yep.
hate.
Oh my god. That would have been... You would have taken 22 damage right there.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
Okay. He's done. This guy down here will attack Edmond after moving up.
Keep me hasted and alive. We should be okay.
Edmond, tailspine number 1. Tailspine number 2. The first one misses. The second one hits you with a 23. You'll take... I'm going to start saying the numbers because I need to be careful. Usually I'm pretty sure about your guys' AC, and I'll only ask if I think it's a question. But with haste, I need to make sure. Edmond, you take a total of 5 piercing, and accounting for your resistance already, 3 fire damage.
8 total again.
Yep.
Alright.
The one next to Lulu will move up here and attack Lulu with its fork twice.
Ooh.
Oh, a bite and a fork, actually. That's cool. Hit!
Ow.
Hit!
Lulu's down.
Lulu is still up. I'm not going to say damage totals anymore, though, because I don't want you guys to get any
If
crazy...
she goes down, she's probably dead. I mean, she'll fall.
she's gonna die if she goes down.
Oh man.
This one's turn.
Pray for Lulu's success.
Hashtag pray for Lulu.
It's
Hashtag
true.
Pray for Lulu.
I don't want Lulu to die. This
I don't need.
Lulu's pretty
I really
important to
don't.
the story.
Like, I really don't want her to die.
She's pretty important to the story. She's extremely helpful. She's adorable.
She fights for her friends.
Yeah.
Tailspine
like-
number 1, Edmond. Tailspine number 2. What's your AC right now?
19.
Alright, the second one will hit you. You will take 3 piercing damage and 1 fire damage accounting for your resistance. So 4 total.
Okay.
This one down here's turn. I'm gonna roll a 1d2 for Lulu versus Edmond. 1, Edmond. Moves up, seeing you're an easy target. Fires 2 tailspines at you. Hits! Crit! Oh god! Okay.
Whenever he gets hit, he gets crit.
Edmond, for the first attack, you take 3 piercing damage and 0 fire damage as your fire resistance makes
0
the...
fire?
Yeah, so 3 piercing damage.
Okay.
The second one, you take 5 piercing damage and 1 fire damage. He rolled really bad on his crit.
That crit.
It's a really bad looking crit. It's
Okay.
The numbers are 3, 2, 2, 1. I'm just like, ugh. Those spines get hit for a lot more with everything. All right, Lulu's turn. Lulu freaks out a little bit, being near death. Moment of bravery.
Does she,
Oh no!
does she-
Eldrin told her to come to him.
I did tell her to come
You
to
know-
me.
Yeah. She
Yeah,
doesn't
but
know
she-
what a bravery is. You get the hell out of there.
But you didn't say not to try to murder them on your way out.
I didn't.
I guess that's true.
Oh man, no. Lulu's gonna be a good DMPC and try to survive, and she will
maximum
disengage.
profit! Wah, 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 wah.
She will disengage and fly all the way up here, close to keep Edmond or Elder in range. Because technically Derek's on the inside of that, so.
Yeah.
On to Mila. It is your turn.
Super important question.
Yeah.
Can I cast this spell in the air?
Call lightning. Ice storm.
Yeah, if you're just asking if you could cast it in the middle of nowhere, absolutely.
Good, marvelous. All right, so we'll keep those rolls, I suppose. And we're going to make that right.
Bludgeoning because it's like hail. That's great.
Yeah, it's pretty cool
Here,
spell.
these 20-foot. They see. Wait, hold on. It's a 20-foot.
Is this a
20-foot.
concentration spell?
No, this is not a concentration spell.
Okay, cool.
All right, let me make sure I post the emptying spell. What did you display? That's the spell.
Okay. Each creature is
20-foot wide radius.
Okay, cool.
My cylinder, so I can hit 40 foot high, 20 foot wide.
Yeah, you could absolutely encapsulate all of them.
Ooh, and none of us get hit with it. How fun! Okay,
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
yeah.
You're gonna Coke can these bitches. Yeah,
These guys.
it's basically what you've done. They're in a Coke can. You're about to make them frosty. All right. All right, cool. So they need to make dex saves, right? Dex saves. All right, starting from the top, working our way down and right. Top guy fails. Second guy fails. Third guy succeeds. Fourth guy succeeds. Fifth guy succeeds.
Damn it.
So the top 2 fail, and the bottom 3 succeed. What's the damage roll? Oh, I see it. 8 and 15.
Is 23, and the ones who made it, it's going to be, what, 4 and 14, 7, so 11 for those who made it.
All right, give me just a second.
they have any.
Because they have resistances to certain parts of this. Oh god, the math is hard. Alright, let me do
hurt.
Let me do 8 to bludgeoning to this. I'm gonna do the bludgeoning first, this is easier. 8. 8. And then this guy's gonna take 4.
One of them's probably gonna die just with bludgeoning, I think.
Yeah, this one actually dies. -4. Alright, now the cold damage. So this guy will take half. So 7. 7. This guy will take a quarter. What is a quarter of 14? Rounded down?
7 rounded down 6. So, oh, hold on. Oh.
3? No.
I think
4.
I think
it'd be
it'll
easier with 8 and it would be 2, but I think that's adding it back up to the original damage to take it down to a quarter. That doesn't.
I'm gonna say it's 3 or 4.
I think it's 3.
Rounded down, it would be 3. Yeah, these guys are resistant flatly to cold. Magical or non-magical? Okay, anything else on Tamila?
Since that was a spell, that is my action. Oh, no, that takes an action. That's a free item in there. Yeah, I'm good.
Edmond, it is your turn. Several devils approach you from the sky.
Is it my action, or would it be an interaction? Also, I'm still a little bit confused about exactly how our knot system's working.
You have 5 feet of rope tied between the person behind you.
Right, and I'm the lowest on the chain.
Correct.
So if I untie myself, it should not affect anyone else, right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Is that an interaction or an action?
I will say that if you want to untie it, it's just pulling the loop free. So that's an interaction. That's fine. So if you want to undo your rope willingly,
yeah,
you could do that. That's just an item interaction.
Basically, that was my concern with the whole Radiant Soul. Is I can't actively use it without dragging the rest of the party around with me.
That's very true.
And then if I untie myself and I go unconscious, I'll die.
That's
So,
also very true.
yeah. So wings I do have, but will probably not be using, unfortunately.
So are you on time?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
was
that would be
debating-
a fun roll. Let's go ahead and roll damage.
I was debating on whether to activate Radiant Soul and untie, but I'm already at half life, so I can use my bonus action to also heal back up to full. Maybe-ish? Let me see.
Try to think about your turns before it gets to you guys,
I
because
did, but it's tricky.
circumstances haven't changed much. So just keep it in mind, because we're going to run out of time, it looks like. So try to plan your turn in advance, guys. Especially since there's so many enemies before you.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll free interaction untie.
Wait, you're going to put on your wings first.
Yes.
Yeah.
First.
Nope, here I go.
Fuck this shit about!
Activate Radiant Soul, free interaction untie. And then I will bonus action use Healing Light. I just gotta figure out how many dice I'm using. But that's my turn after that, I think. I can move.
Yeah, you can move a lot.
5. Sure, I'll move here. And then other than my healing light, I'm good. I just gotta figure out how much I'm healing for. Let's see, I'm down 30. I'll use
Bites.
5.
Alright, this guy bites and forks you. Go ahead and roll and heal yourself.
5. I will just roll this manually so it's quicker.
Nice.
17.
17.
Oop, not 176. And then my AC still 19 because I don't have my shield.
Yep.
What was the to hit?
You're gonna take 7 slashing damage with 21.
Okay.
He bites you.
Cool.
Alright, next guy's turn. He's going to attack Eldrin. Tailspine. Tailspine. Miss. Next guy's turn. Gonna fly up. Caw. He has to pick somebody. All these attacks. Nope, he's gonna dash. He's gonna get up all close to you guys. This one. We'll do the same. This one dashes up to you, Eldrin. This one shoots more tailspines at you, Eldrin. Miss. Eldrin, is your turn. Let's zoom in on this combat because there's nothing else off the map at this point. Let's get all nice, close, and personal.
Can't really drop my bow.
The struggle.
Yep, I still don't even have my shield or my sword out.
Shoot him in the face. In melee.
So we'll shoot him in melee. Hunter's mark him first.
Alright. Hit. Or... you don't have sneak attack.
Yeah, I meant to hit the other one. I guess
Good.
it's the same roll. It's 1d6.
Alright.
Then I'll do it again.
He's still up, that is.
That's a miss.
With a 16?
Oh! Hashtag bless, boys! He dies.
Nice.
Get it?
One more.
Yeah, don't forget that haste attack.
Yeah. So many enemies. I will shoot this one over here.
Okay. Nope. Close. Hashtag bless almost came through. You done?
Yes.
Alright, Derek, it is your turn. You alright,
Question.
Derek?
What?
I thought you slammed your desk and hurt
No,
your knee or something.
No, my chair came unlocked, so I fell back.
What you doing, Derek?
Yeah, so question. If I were to blink away, and then like blink back, am I going to have to deal with like, let's say that I'm blinking back into the same spot. This is only for the same spot. Can I assume like, oh, I've blinked perfectly back into my harness? Or are we going to have to start dealing with like, no.
If you go into a different plane of existence, the rope is absolutely not following you.
I'm not worried about the rope. I'm just, can we assume I come back exactly where I'm at?
Yeah,
Her.
as long as you don't move.
Yeah. I'm just what I'm gonna do. So I'll just say, go get him, Antamilla, and I will try to blink.
Okay.
A roll of 11 or higher. Yeah, I fucking poof out of here.
Alright, Derek is no longer in this plane of existence. the rope falls slack. You feel like you have a little more room to move if you need to, Eldrin. Bad guy block. This one will fire his spines at Edmond. Spine. Miss crit!
Jesus.
These crits, my god.
I feel like I've been the most crit against PC.
Yeah, by far.
Alright, you take 8 piercing damage. And 4, accounting for your fire resistance, fire damage.
I guess that makes sense. Tank's gonna tank, right? I mean, you're gonna get hit more, so you'll get crit more. But...
Yeah, true. Next bad guy's turn. This guy will move up and shoot some tail spines at Antamila. Miss. Hit! Oh, wait, what's your AC actually? Maybe not.
I'm still holding my shield, so it's 20.
Hits if your AC is 20. And you take 6 piercing damage and 3 fire damage, accounting for your fire resist. By the way, fire resistance come in clutch for you guys. Holy crap.
9
Yeah.
altogether.
This one's gonna move up and attack Eldrin with some tail spines.
Oh, within 5 feet, though.
Crit. I'm gonna roll the crit before we do the crit before I do the next attack. Eldrin, you take 9 piercing damage.
Okay.
And 7 fire damage.
I'll absorb the elements, the fire damage.
Cool. Give me a concentration save.
It's not
Okay.
Constitution, right?
It's Constitution, and Edmond's not close enough. So yeah, you will lose your Hunter's Mark.
Yep.
The next attack. Ooh. What's your AC right now with haste?
21.
Hit. 5 piercing damage.
Okay.
And you still maintain your resistance to fire. So
Yes.
you only take 2 fire damage.
Okay.
This one's gonna move up and attack you in melee. This one's a little hurt. He will bite you first. Oh my god. Crit.
Okay.
For 9 slashing damage. And then fork. Hit.
Okay.
But for only 1 piercing damage. Oh god, guys, I'm getting nervous. This one bites Edmond. AC right now, Edmond, 19?
Yep.
Misses you. Forks you. Misses you. This guy up here will join his friends. They're gonna try to set up like a flanking formation, both sides. Bite. Miss. Fork. Miss. This one gets into that flank. Bite. Fork. Miss. Lulu sees you guys are in trouble and is going to intervene regardless. 1 for Eldrin and 2 for Edmond.
Get as many people as you can and whatever little blast you can do.
Yeah, she could get 4 in both, so it's just that's why I made her choose.
Yep.
She shoots a trumpet of sparkles at the guys surrounding Edmond.
I might just need a heal.
Yeah. Okay, they have to make saves. We're gonna go clockwise. Fail. Fail.
Tight.
They're all really low, but they're, I think, all still alive. Let me just... Oh no, one's been hurt. The one on the right dies. She is out of trumpet uses, by the way. She only gets 2 per day, I believe. Altamila, your turn.
Dang it.
Just double checking her trumpet for you guys.
And that bad guy blocks the one that's right beside Eldrin.
Oh,
right?
she gets 3. What'd you say?
That bad guy block that's coming up next is the one right beside Eldrin, right? It's kind
It's
of
a mix. It's a mix.
Yeah. Well, that sort of changes what I want to do. Have all of these people over here been touched by some pain?
Which way? Left or right?
Kinda.
Both ways have, though, to be quite honest. Left and right have been hurt a lot. A lot of split damage.
Gotta be a way to do this without hurting Eldrin.
Ooh, this is really close.
This is
2-minute warning, or 1-minute warning. Gonna solicit the team. Is anyone okay with going over, or do you want to cut it at 11 exactly?
I'm fine with finishing this combat.
I can also finish
Alright.
if everybody wants.
I think this one will go pretty quick too. We're basically at the end.
Oh God.
One way or another.
Yeah. I think it's looking good for you guys at this point. There's a lot of things that are one-shottable, even with like regular Eldrin attacks. Without Sharpshooter, just he'll kill him if he survives. I feel like Eldrin's probably low though. I don't look at your guys' HP, I don't know how bad it is.
I'm below half.
Oh.
Oh God. I could probably take out 4 of them, but
Oh god. Eldrin, that look. The look of you're about to get killed by your teammate.
Oh no, he's fine. He'll be fine. if I
Go
take out 4
Thunderwave,
of
dude.
them.
Just knock everyone off the chain. Just go.
Yeah, let's just fucking end this campaign right here. Woo! No, that's a terrible idea. Let's see. Oh, sorry, because I had an idea, but like, you're hurting that badly. I'm like, I can throw a heal, but is it just gonna be fucking throwing water into an ocean? It's not gonna work out too well.
Plus, guys, think about your turn a lot in advance.
I think I'm just gonna go with what I was gonna do. I'm sorry, I hope this works out well. You're not gonna get hurt, but like...
Do your thing.
Not...
Do your thing.
Okay. I apologize. I'm like, I'll just... It's like I should probably toss my heal.
Don't worry. Just do your thing.
Okay. We're gonna go with a Divine Wrath, maximize whatever, Shatter!
Yeah.
On...
The 4 guys to the left?
Yeah, I don't even know why I rolled for it. It's gonna be 24 on the 4 guys on the left. Yeah.
I don't even think I need to save. Actually, I do. 2 might survive. Alright, hold on, give me a second. I'm gonna roll for the 2 that might survive, which are the middle 2.
Oh, yeah, let me know which one might survive.
It's DC 14 con.
Yes.
He dies. Alright, so these 3 die. The guy on the
And
right.
that one takes 3 more damage.
Oh, that's enough to kill him, actually.
There we go.
Yeah, 15.
I think it's like a 10-foot radius. I'm like, oh my god.
See, yeah, it's sometimes not a hard decision, like, to heal versus damage, because if you could kill 4, those are people that are not killing Eldrin. That was absolutely the right choice.
Yeah. That was good.
Okay, alright.
And you
Oh my God,
get rid of
no.
the melee one too, so it's...
Edmond, your turn. You're being flanked from all directions. Lulu is looking really bad, but has flown to your aid anyway. She's like bleeding out of the side of her face. She has a tear in her eye, but hope in her heart.
She's providing a flank to me.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll take out my sword as a free interaction, and I'll attack this thing with a flank.
Yeah.
You want to if I can get my equipment, my action dominion. Come on. You can do it.
Is it only 24?
Hit!
23 to hit for
no.
11 slashing.
We're dead. That was 32 damage.
That kills him like... Oh, 32, mate. Yeah, there wasn't even a need to roll at that point.
My
They all would
God.
have died.
I'll attack the one to my left.
Okay.
22 to hit for 11 slashing.
Also dead.
Cool.
We're gonna actually pick up Lulu and get the fuck out of there.
Lulu's emboldened. Lulu is thirsty for devil blood.
I
She
will,
still doesn't have the trumpet. I didn't know she could use it 3 times a day.
I use my bonus action to heal and pass my turn.
Okay.
So I'll go to the sky.
This one will attack on Tamila. With a fork, or a bite and a fork. Bite, nom nom nom. What's your AC right now?
20.
Hit. For 7.
Dexterity save.
Yeah. You're not going to fall much further. I think you're as low as you could go.
No, not me. Him.
Oh,
Give me a
it.
dexterity save.
Oh, yeah. 16.
It makes it, but I'm still gonna max. Yeah. And 8 damage.
Okay.
Plus 3.
11. Okay, and you take 7 slashing damage.
7 damage.
And then he forks you as well, and misses with the fork. Eldrin, it is your turn. There are no creatures in melee with you.
Both of them. I'm worth it.
All right.
Whew.
I will attack the one next to Edmond.
Okay.
First. 25 to hit with sneak attack.
It's dead forever.
Okay.
It hit 3 HP, the poor little bastard.
Then I will attack this one here.
Okay. Hit.
That's 16.
Oof.
So that's for 22.
Dead.
Okay. And then I will attack
One more.
Yeah, they only have 22 health, guys.
this
Chill.
one down there.
Yep. Swing around the chain.
There it is.
Boom! Dead.
Just for the hilariousness, please roll that bless. I want to see it.
Alright, you done, Eldrin? Say yes.
Yeah.
Derek, your turn.
Cool. Derek pops back into existence.
Snap back to reality.
I'm going to cast a magic missile at first level on this last one.
It should die.
Yeah.
Give me the roll.
Actually, should.
He's kind of low.
It's at the very minimum of 6 damage, isn't it? Or 3 damage?
It's not that low, but it's probably killable with magic missile.
Oh, okay. I thought it was the roll. I was like,
What?
Nope, it's still alive.
Oh my god!
And guess who's coming for the kill steal, boys?
there.
Yeah, take it!
It has 1 health left.
Beat it with it. Trump.
Lulu
Blood
pulls
snake.
out her sharpened tusks and with a flank tries to tusk a fool.
Please.
And because of advantage will hit.
Yeah.
And just shoves her tusks in there and shakes it around and throws him.
Yes!
It dies.
Lulu for the win!
Blood all over her tusks.
Yeah. And the combat music will end.
I will fly back to safety immediately.
The party reorients and resets up their rope system, tying everyone back as they were, and safely descends to Avernus. And we'll continue next week with Descent into Avernus.
I wonder how many times we're going to
The literal descent into Avernus.
Well, I mean, we're done with the literal, right? That's it now. You're game
Have a
over.
good one,
You've
everyone.